right, Holy Moses in the building. We're back where it all began. Back in the old place. This is how we started. Unfortunately, this is how we're gonna do it for a while until we get something better and a little bit bigger where we can get more in depth. So I want to welcome you guys, all of you, for being on the show. So we got Clint Hindling, Brandon D, Kevin Blaisdell, and John Phillips. A lot of big heavy hitters in the room right now. Okay, we got a man who used to work for McGuire's. We got guys from Just Plain Trick who back in the day had a Toyota on 24s. Back then it was like the biggest thing. I remember that, and then you guys are his workers, and you guys probably have a lot of badass shit that you guys are building also. What up, Tom Kid? Is that your kid?
Yeah. What up, boy?
What up, guys? So I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. First and foremost, tell us about yourself. Clint, if you want to go first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man. So, give us a short rundown.
All right. I don't know. I started mini trucking when I was way young. I saw my first mini truck, a black 620 on its way to Rezo. And I just was like, dude. Told my old man, he's like, you're stupid. But he had this shop truck that was an 83 720. Him and my brother fixed it up, gave it to me for Christmas. It was all hammered. As soon as I got it, it wasn't low enough for me. So I had to make it. And I was a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. So I flipped the leaf springs upside down. Oh, God, it rode like shit. But it was cool.
And you've just been doing it
ever since, this mini truck after mini truck. And then we used to go, I lived in Reno and Bishop, which is right next to Reno. And our 3 shows were Endless, Rezo, Spring Splash, and Endless.
Oh, shit.
And we would try and take a different truck to every show. So we would build a truck, sell it, build a truck, sell it, build a truck, sell it. So it was trying to keep up.
Like all the way to what year? What year did you guys end up stopping that?
When I moved to Phoenix in 94.
Damn.
Then we started just going constantly, but it slowed down because.
So pretty much you've been around it your entire.
Oh yeah, mini truck after mini truck.
Fuck yeah! What about you, Kevin?
Same thing, pretty much. Just started back probably in '86 or '87. Mom's townhouse. Cut up trucks. Same thing. Flipped leaf springs. Took the torsion bars actually out back in the day.
Oh yeah.
We would get the trucks as slow as we can get them. There was no spindles back in '87, '88. So it's just whatever you had to do to get low. Pretty much. So kind of where it took off.
Yeah. And then just been doing it since.
Ever since, yeah.
What about you, John? Tell us about yourself.
I started off doing like off-road stuff, like doing like cheesy pre-runners when I was younger. Like in high school, when I first started getting my hands on a welder.
Yeah, it's never cheesy because you're the.
For me, it was cheesy because
but you're the
no one
badass
else was doing it.
in
I couldn't
school.
afford to pay a shop to do it.
Yeah, but you're the badass at that time that other kids were looking at. Were like, damn.
I learned from like other older cats that did like older Chevys and stuff like that. And then I stopped and then got into mini trucks like towards the end of high school. And then I left from California, came to AZ, and then just slowly started learning more and more, and then chasing down fabrication. And that was it. Just trying to meet other fabricators in general. Like that was my hobby, is like meeting other people who fabricated
about that.
And like learning from other people's experiences. That's it, really.
Okay. What about you, Gil?
I'm a Virgo.
I know. I'm ready to have a good time. It's not that.
No,
that's not so nice. That's not so
yeah, I started welding in like high school, and I just kind of kept it going. Never really worked on any kind of cars. I got into like a lot of production work. 2005, I went to TIG welding school, and that's like what kind of like really sparked my thing to get things going. I've done like roll cages, bumpers, roof racks for Jeeps, more of like the off-road stuff.
Yeah.
And then I started helping Kevin like back in the day, probably like, was it 15 years ago, something like that?
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
12 or 11, something like that.
It's kind of off and on. And then when he built the shop at his house, I was working in one shop doing my own thing, and he invited me over there to start doing things, and I kind of grew from there.
So pretty much you just guys, boom, 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 doing it and getting it done.
Oh yeah, I'll help him on stuff. And,
are you guys like, since you got workers? Has it been harder? Because you've probably been doing it by yourself. And then having to have.
It's so hard to find anybody that wants to work.
I believe it.
No real shit.
Yeah, you can't.
I know. Every shop says the same thing.
Just nobody wants to do anything. These
Or
kids are
find
so lazy.
Or they're privileged as hell.
Yeah.
Or find the
Yeah,
people
but
that
I want
actually
25
can
bucks
do
an hour.
it.
You know how to do anything?
No, you
No.
What? No, fuck no. I got out of school from Wildtech, ended up in some shop off 67th and fucking goddamn Northern, working for some place I did, where it don't even exist now. And I was literally just wet sanding cars and primering, and getting paid under the table. And then every shop I went to, they were like, nah, come back when you're 30. I was fresh out of school. I was like, not even 20. And they're like, come back when you're 30. Come back when you're... And then later on, when I came back, I was like, all right, cool. Here's my fucking shit. And they're like, all right, well, we want you to primer and sweep up. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't give a fuck. You get your foot in the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me that, like, when you started somewhere and you saw, like, you were trying to get your foot in that fucking door.
Oh, back when we first opened, like back in the day, everybody wanted to work there. That was like the thing. Everybody, I want to work here. I want to work here.
Yeah, but see, back then.
Now, nobody wants to do nothing.
Back then, dude, shops were around.
Right.
Now, you can't even you can barely find the shop. And when you find a shop, it's one of those, oh, well, you know him from so-and-so. Because it's like, all right, cool. These guys don't want to sit there and mess around with something like that. You know what I mean? Like, some people, like you said, don't want to work. Some people sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I can, and then you give them something and they're just like, oh,
Rather play on their phone
shit.
than do anything.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, yeah. It's projects are hard, I know everybody's got a project. Right? Everybody's got
Or multiple.
multiple.
I got
Yeah, everybody's got multiple projects that don't move for
I
shit.
forgot how many I had.
So,
Right.
has there been anything that you guys have seen throughout your guys' time, doing stuff and building cars and doing fabrication, where you sit there and go, all right, we have better shit now from we did back then, because back then we were fucking hammering shit out, ripping fucking.
Back
Going to
then,
find
that's
shit.
why we went to shows. There was no internet.
Oh yeah,
It was like this. You go to a show to see somebody else and be like, man, that's dope.
Yeah.
If I changed it a little bit, it'd move better. If you did this kind of bushing and this, change the angle.
What I used to trip out on was Porsche wheels that were on Toyotas.
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck did that come about? Some friend of mine told me it was just, oh, you just go and get it re-drilled. I'm like, are you fucking? I'm like, damn, dude, that's some shit. When you're like, all right, cool, we'll just weld up the hole.
Yeah, Porsche alloys on Nissans.
Yeah,
Always.
like,
720s.
yeah,
always.
like that's where I was just like, how the fuck are you putting wheels like that? Yeah. Like,
Is that even strong though?
no, is it strong that when you're re-drilling them?
I don't
When you're
know.
just welding up
Yeah.
the holes and drilling new holes? And,
Yeah.
I've had people hit me up for like wheel repairs and
Yeah.
they're like, hey, can you I want to put this lug pattern on this one, but I want the holes welded
'Cause-
up.
yeah.
I'm like,
Because I've seen some magazine back then where they were putting 4 lugs on some
Most of the time,
shit.
you can have all these new axle companies. You can order a new axle.
Oh yeah,
with different.
yeah.
different
If you
holes.
got the money, the
Right.
money, and you can build trucks like
Yeah, but back in
You
the
know,
day, we used to. I've seen some stuff like people used to cut I-beams and just weld them back together, and I'm like,
Same with pre-runners. Everyone
Just-
wants
yeah.
to butcher them up, make them work.
oh yeah.
but it worked.
Horrible.
And you're
But
like
it worked.
stacking. I've seen people stack blocks and
Oh,
weld
I
them
know.
together, and you're like,
We only went 2. We only stacked 2.
so you're still stacked them. And then when you hit a bump and they shatter,
Oh yeah, and then you see that big old crack, and you're just like motherfucker, and then you go, another set. Or I remember somebody took a block and they actually built out a tubing, was like one whole piece of tubing with the same shape and everything, and it just. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, that's.
when I first moved down here, there wasn't really any air ride around. When I came down in 94, 93, 94, we used to hang out on Mill. And my Mazda, I had 2 nitrogen tanks in the bed running 1,000 PSI to air shocks in all 4 corners. Well, on ball valves. I pull out on Mill and bust a 3-wheel. And everybody's like, he's on air. And I dragged the corner of my bed and 3-wheel down Mill. I remember one time we 3-wheeled for a photo shoot and an air shock busted off and went through the bed floor. And I had some friends in the back for weight to get it higher. And Brian Avey from Extreme Lows, it went through the bed floor and hit him in the back.
Oh shit.
He was like, ah!
is this when everyone like gathered by Tempe Town Lake, that little parking
There was
lot?
there was a ATM on Mill that everybody used to hang out right in front of it. And everybody would cruise by.
I think it was a little bit before you got to the Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
It was
Right before
you
where
got to
the
Jack.
lady would sit out there and write everybody's license plates and
Mhm.
used to bypass.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, there was like
Yeah, yours, you would come through and quack, Boom!
So see,
Yeah, I'm a
think
coroner.
of that.
Yeah.
Used to be hopping that.
Yeah. So see, think of that, and then like back then from what you guys were doing, and then all of a sudden you see the wave change to where it's like, all right, cool.
It wasn't reliable back then. It was like,
Okay,
Mm.
yeah, but when
I don't know if I'd drive 2,000 miles with it, but now it's like,
But you did.
let's roll.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you'd hop in it. Now you let's go. You just got to help that.
So
Okay,
now you
cool.
do that with hydraulics. When I was a kid and I had hydraulics,
No,
oof,
dude.
I blew my front end and I had the 3-wheel forever to get home because I broke the front end. So I just stood 3-wheel all the way home, tilt that all the way back to hold it.
Oh jeez, dude.
I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I saw that one. Yeah, there's a lot of. He's showing me a Mazda that there's for sale with wire wheels on it on the marketplace. There's always a Mazda for sale. Like, but see, that's a truck that's like
If
underrated.
you're going to get one, you get like the last year,
Yeah.
92, 93, because these have the best motor. The
Don't
fuel
remind
injected.
me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, trust me. I want a 26i. If I could find a
My peach
26i,
one-
I'd be good for that.
My peach one was a
I got the
80,
2.2s.
87,
I got both 2.2s carbureted.
and I bought a wrecked 93 and put the motor training and
I
harness
got
in it.
I got a total of 3 of them. 2 hardtops, 1 convertible, and the parts truck that I bought. So yeah, a parts truck that's not molested. That's hard to find. Yeah, like any fucking
Oh, yeah.
truck, any fucking truck nowadays. The parts truck you can't tell me some of the parts that you're trying to find now. Like, all right, let's go find a parts truck, and then you look for the truck you're looking for. Like, what the fuck? Why are you asking that amount of money? Like, it looks like some Yardletto dude took it out fucking
Man, I used
Van
to-
Buren to beat the fuck out of it.
I remember when I built my peach, when I built
I'm just
that,
saying.
that peach Mazda, we went to Reno Auto Wreckers, and I was like, I need 4x4 fenders, 4x4 bed, 4x4 bumper ends. They're like, man, we got all that. $800 for everything.
Now, that's a lot.
Good luck.
That's a lot. I know one dude who had a bunch of Mazdas he was trying to sell for a while, and he goes, I want $4,000 for everything because he had like 3 or 4 parts trucks, 2 that were bagged, a big old giant sign.
What's his name?
Trent.
Trent.
Yeah, he had a big old giant badass Mazda sign that looked like it came from a gas station or somebody's body shop. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, no, well, I'll buy this, I'll buy the truck, I'll buy it. And he goes, no, I want it all gone. Like $4,000, you come and get it all. And then now it's like $3,500, and he's like,
Now, I haven't
Slowly.
bought Mazda parts in forever, but I heard like a chrome grill is hard to get.
dude, I have one.
We used to go Certifit and it was like $20.
Fuck no, dude. They're like $200-300 now.
Man,
And then you got like I was lucky enough that I got my Toyota bumper off Anthony England for like $80 with a couple dents in it on the bottom. Fucking that's an easy fix.
I have one at the house you can have
All right,
with brackets for a Mazda.
sweet, fucking awesome. Fucking go on, it'll go on the other one.
Yeah, but it's the days at Broadway where you like
Oh.
50607. You like
Yeah.
you can get anything you
Now you
want.
can.
I
for
remember
a fair
all my
Yeah,
price.
imports.
Yeah, oh yeah, imports and
Yeah.
everything.
So-
Nowadays you hit it, dude. There's no motors. There's no,
No,
Chevy.
ain't
There's no
shit.
LS motors. No none of that.
Yeah, but see-
Broadway in like southern area.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
any of that near Burger King and on. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
couldn't
that,
get
like,
anything
You're talking about
LS
like
related.
Broadway and fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
back in the
now
day,
it's
we used
so
to go-
picked over.
We used to go on
What
Alma
up?
School.
What
Alma
up,
School on the
Rebecca?
train tracks, man. All my imports right there. They had everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. Dude.
What up, Rebecca?
Yeah,
and Sean?
it's-
That's
No.
over.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now
I
that
feel bad for the kids now.
Oh,
They can't even go actually like pick apart and all that stuff.
Hit-
And
it's-
get stuff
it's gone before you
they
even
used
get
to.
there.
So
Exactly,
bad.
because it goes
It
off
is
to
so
a
bad.
third party company. Like it's not even the same like
Or their
whole
friends work
relationship.
there and they get all good shit before you can get down there.
Yep. I used to go
It's
chase
so bad,
ECUs
dude.
down. for
Yeah, but
Hondas
now,
and
dude,
stuff.
now you have to find people who know somebody that's got a couple parts trucks.
Yeah.
I always said that, when I had my doing everything back in the day, I always just tell people it doesn't matter how much money you got, it's all on who you know. This game, it's all on who you know. Oh, I know this guy and get this. I know this guy and get that.
But see, here's the thing.
Because mini truckers have never had any money.
No, but
Here I
no,
am.
we never
Here I
have.
am.
No, you know what I'm talking about. They
No,
live in
real shit.
caviar dreams on a cracker diet.
That is straight out like we're so super on.
That's why we built them back in the day,
Yeah.
because I bought my peach Mazda that was a mini trucker.
Yeah.
I bought that truck for $600 and drove it home.
I bought the convertible I have now. I bought that for like $900, and I had to drive it home on 3 different tires. And then the tan truck I got in a trade. I traded a Dodge Caravan for that one.
Back when we were kids, if a Mazda ran, it was $400, $600 at the most.
Dude, now all I'm trying to do now is just convert, put a decent motor in it, and
Same when I was buying station wagons back in the late 90s, early 2000s. An Impala wagon, $1,200, and the thing ran. I drove it home.
And now,
62 Impala
and
wagon.
now,
Now you're
can't find that.
35,000 if it runs.
Now you can't find that at all.
wagon.
If it's in one piece.
Yeah, wagons are super hot now.
Yeah, I know. It's
They're
ridiculous, but
super
they used to be the run.
Shit.
And then convertible Impalas. You used to
Oh.
buy a nice Impala convertible for like
Biscayne?
25.
Biscayne.
Now they're
right
100. Period.
Biscayne.
Especially where you're at, because they got them big yards out there that used to have them all the
Yeah,
time.
but
Always.
Oh, there's.
Oh, yeah,
there's a-
my
there's
wife
a
works
shop out that
Yep.
way.
My wife works for DVAP, so if you
Does
get
it?
something,
Oh, she
just
does.
call her. Yeah. You call DVAP and be like, hey, I was gonna get. He had a Nissan out there. I was just gonna go rob the 4x4 fenders because they were
Jeez.
perfect.
Yeah, but see nowadays, dude, junkyards now, like you got DVAP, you got everything now. But the thing is, now, dude, there's nothing left.
Mm-mm.
And then
DVAP,
right now,
there's a
right
ton
now,
of shit.
right now, import dudes are doing the same shit. They're buying all these Hondas and skinning them out, and fucking all these things. All the cars that we were like, oh, dude, I want to go get a D50, one of the little Datsuns.
I remember
You know, now
it
you
was
can't
always
find
something
them.
weird.
Oh, but-
Everybody, mini truck, and then it was like, all right, let's build something just stupid.
I remember when people were doing.
What's the name from
Pintos.
Severn had that Honda Odyssey van that laid on the ground.
I remember.
I bought a CRV brand new when they first came out in
Oh, I started
'97.
doing the
I
same
slammed
thing.
that shit to the ground and brought it out here. Everybody's like, "What the?"
Everybody's
It was a pile of
doing
shit.
different things because, like, you guys are doing the Toyota. So, like,
You had Toyotas forever.
so here, I'm like, going on. I'm not sure. I don't want to like move my hand and knock it over. So, like the Toyota, when you guys started building the one that was on fours back then, what went through your mind to sit there and go, okay, cool, we're gonna fucking take a Toyota. Everybody else is the highest.
That's what
wheel
everybody
was,
wanted.
like an 18.
Everybody wanted a Toyota
And
4Runner.
then you guys went and
Two-wheel
go,
drive.
okay, cool, we're gonna fucking take a Taco and shovel 4 in there. Like, what was the concept? What was like the mindset of like, all right, cool, we're gonna do something different, but what made you want to do it?
That's kind of a long story on that one. Originally, it was Josh Flowers' truck.
Okay.
If you know who he is. But he was working with me, and he needed to sell it and buy something for the family. So somebody said to him, he had 22s on at the time. It was decently low. But somebody's like, I bet you can't fit 24s on it. And he's like, really? So next thing you know, a week later, we're ordering some 24s, getting tires, start building control arms for in it,
Yeah.
clip, whatever we had to do. That thing was a Z1 inch in the front. It laid the tires on the top of the hood and the bed rails.
Oh shit.
It was laying front to rear flat.
And that was you guys didn't raise anything. You guys like the hood. You guys didn't.
Nope. Didn't
So
raise
it just
anything.
literally
No
just
grafting.
let it
That-
sat.
And back
all
then,
stock
the only tire they offered that was small was a 255 30/24. Today they offer the 255
Oh, yeah.
25.
Yeah,
That we're doing the Nissan.
Works.
looks like
Yeah.
electrical tape for a tire.
Pretty much, dude. That's what we're on now.
the tire that'll dent the rim if you let it sit.
It's an inch shorter than the new ones. I would have a lot more room, but back then they didn't have anything.
Yeah. So
So
when you guys did that, and you guys was he like when I saw
And
that
it was
thing,
crazy expensive back then too.
That well, I know
It wasn't
that,
like
but the
now,
thing is,
like 24 inch
now-
tires now are like $100 a piece.
oh, no,
Yeah.
I think
back
we
then
were
that was the most the biggest wheel anybody ever saw.
yeah, we had to order Chevy wheels and have them drilled for Toyota,
Oh shit!
and then we had to have them milled on the backside to take another like half inch off
Just to get the
Wheel
just
specialist?
to get it. And I think we were like,
How big of a
I'm gonna
space
say we
were
were
you
like
guys?
$4,500 for
Oh shit!
back in the day.
Back then,
When-
now it's a
Wait,
fucking
Yeah, but you got to even before that when I did my 90 Toyota on the 20 inch wheels
oh
back in
dude.
like 90, what was it?
Was that the blue
92, it was cut up. So 92, 93, I had 20 front and all around the laid out. Back then, those wheels were like,
Yeah, big.
They were
If you had 20s back then, you're balling out of
yeah,
control.
everybody
Yeah.
back then had either like they had like 20s and 18s.
17s, 18s.
I had 20s front and rear on that truck at all the shows.
I remember when I was growing up, the biggest wheel when I was younger was like you would see a 16 or a 17 when I was growing up because my brother had a Datsun 720 on 15x10 American racing wheels with knockoffs, and my other brother had with a D50 Mitsubishi on blades on hydraulics. So like mini trucking when I was growing up, but it was just like you had 15x10s, 16x10s, and then somebody came out with a 17, and it was just like it was a Chevy, the Z71 wheel.
Remember when that ZR1 truck showed
Oh,
up
yeah.
at Rezo? That fucker was bad. That purple and white one.
Oh, that one was fucking.
And it had 17s and nobody's seen them yet. They were like, oh shit, those are huge.
And then later on, it's going 18, 19. Now we're sitting on 28s,
30s
30s.
on a dually.
Dude, I've seen them on like Suburbans and whatnot. So, what is your guys' take? Do you feel that we're gonna be able to shove bigger wheels? Are we just gonna look like Hot Wheels? Or are we just gonna like, all right, we're gonna stop at one point to stick a wheel in it? You know, what do you think?
I'm over the huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do
I
you
just
think?
people all the time ask for big wheels and everything. It's
I went 22s on my
You're
Corolla.
talking
and back down
minis,
to
you're
20s.
talking fools.
I'm talking generally all around.
Generally
because
all around, I mean, I think we've
from
already
full
hit.
size weight, from full size down to a mini, down to a fucking hot rod, down to something that's gonna be
I
like,
think 24s on a dually are big enough. Anything
Yeah, that
bigger
is.
than that, it's
Yeah.
just, it's like, dude.
Well, it becomes a trailer queen at that point. That's like
Right.
me with my Suburban. Like, I want to go bigger because it looks nicer, but a 24 with some meat on it, I could cruise
When
it
I-
and not care about a pothole, and it's like realistic.
I can't remember when it was, 04. Willie bought that Escalade. Remember that one?
Yeah.
We ordered 26s for it. And when I ordered those 26s, they were $13,000 for the rims. And the tires were $1,100 a tire. Those tires now are $100 a piece.
yeah,
For
yeah.
26s.
That's the thing. That's the thing. What boggles my mind is what from where we started from, of building
Supply and
those
demand.
trucks, but from what you guys started from to what I'm gonna say, you know, us going into it, you know, it's just like we saw the evolution. You guys saw the beginning of it, and we're getting the back end going. All right, cool. To us, an 8 is small now. You know, now when I'm like, cool, they're on 30s. Oh shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm waiting for a Bigfoot to fucking roll up and hate the fuck out. You know.
My hard body I had in 91 when I went to college, it had 15-inch inky bottle caps, you know, the ones with the 5 holes. I took those off and put chrome trailer wheels because they were 14 by 7s, and I could run a 185 60-14.
Oh,
lay that
so
bitch
you were
down
fucking able to get
So I could
hammered.
get it because everybody stuck out. And I never
You
liked
wanted
it.
that flush though.
We call them the homie sit-down seats because they pull up in their mini truck and you sit on their tire. And they'd be like, get off my shit.
Since you guys been building trucks for so long, and then you guys have been doing stuff, and you guys are helping him, and you're building the Suburban, do you feel that customizing is? Are we hitting a peak? Because
No
of the-
way. The talent is crazy. now.
I understand the talent, but I'm saying what I'm saying is the peak of what you know the TV shows and the stuff that a lot of people see the Ken Diggs, they see the Texas Metal, they see that, and they're like, oh well, a truck can be built and blah blah blah. But we know the reality that a truck is built within years to months to almost years.
If you got
a decade at some,
if you
at
got
some point.
endless money and you got 20 people working for you,
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I've been building my buddy in Louisiana, my buddy Chris, I'm building his square body and I've had it for 2-3 years now, but I put a 61 Impala dash in it and just every time I talk to him, we change something. So it's constantly
Okay,
switching.
okay.
it up.
On that note, have you had that problem where you have a customer like he says where it's changing? Have you? Okay, I got it. Is it you that's been changing your own stuff? Is it you that's changing your own stuff, or like
I bring it up. I bring it up because I was working
or
on
do
it.
you have
and
a customer?
No, this is a good one for
a,
him.
a square body
change
dash
something.
is a
This is a
square
good
body
one.
dash, but if you put in a Papa dash, it looks, you know.
Yeah, but like when it comes to changing stuff around, how many customers have you had fucking sat there and be like, I was thinking, you know.
They change per week.
Per
I'll
week.
just say that.
Sometimes,
Like
yeah.
from
Depends
my
what it is.
experience,
You gotta stick to
Yes.
the story.
No,
You gotta
no,
stick to the
people
budget.
people will hear something from their friend or whomever, or they'll see something on social media, and next thing you know,
No.
they want the newest and best thing, and they want to know how we can do it and how long it's going to take, and then they wonder why their build has kept growing.
Hey,
It's like, come
My
on,
Can I get these new valves?
yeah.
We already bought these valves. Well, I want these new ones that
No.
everybody's running now.
Motherfucker, I ran
And most
almost
of the
one
time, it's
valve
crazy
that were the kids.
fabrication, though. Like they don't realize how long a lot of this
Yeah.
fabrication starts. It's like
You can't do it today?
Exactly. Like
Dude, some trucks that are being shown now have work done from back then. What was ahead of its time now?
this,
You know what I mean? Like far from losing it. Ahead of its time. Now it's like, oh shit, you guys were doing that already? Yeah, they were doing that back then.
Yeah.
They were shoving air cylinders on whatever you can get a hold of. You know, what is your take on air cylinders?
I did air cylinders forever ago.
Yeah.
I air cylinder my little sister's truck in 96.
Okay, well, what about how are you feeling? Because it's, you know,
And
compared
they
to-
rode like shit. So I was like,
man.
man.
I only ever put them on with the Hondas back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
always
pretty
on the Hondas.
The Hondas and some of the Thurston stuff back in the day.
Honestly, I've always been on a shit kick to go get a set of cylinders and slap them on a Mazda just for the fuck of it. Just to
That
be
one
like-
dude,
just to have somebody look at it and go,
I
why
had
would
them.
you? I'm like,
Yeah, I actually still have some multiple cylinders sitting around. I got some 16-inch air cylinders from back
Yeah.
in the day. I'm gonna put something someday. Just
Fuck
so I
it,
can pull
let-
them
hey.
just so we can build something, get super lift, big crazy 3
Dude, let's get to talking. Let's
had-
get to talking, dude.
Dude, I got so much stuff, man.
I had
got-
a bunch
got
of air
parts to order.
cylinders.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That
I'll
one
buy
dude
some
from
parts.
Canada with that Mazda extra cab, and I got tired of him, and I said, "Take your shit and get out." And one of the Rod Shop back in the day, they put the air cylinders that I got the kid on his Mazda, and it used to stand a crazy 3-wheel.
There was an S10 like that in the 2000s that was like that fucking stood and it had the cylinders out of like a tractor or something.
But that kid with that Mazda,
Looked like a teeter totter.
he was one of those that always wanted to change something. I want one of those Tonto covers. You want a what?
Tonto cover.
That's what he said.
Iron silver.
I want a hard Tonto cover. I'm all.
So on customers changing stuff, and then you guys as fabricators working for him, and you're working for yourself, and you guys had the customers sit there and be like, "Well, I want to do this, I want to change it." Do you guys get to a point like you said where you told the dude, "Hey, fucking get your shit and gone"? How many times have you told that, or do you just sit there and go?
Fortunately, I'm the nicest guy, and I don't ever have conflict with customers and stuff
Mm.
like that. I'll bend over and I'll do it. They want to change it around and do stuff. All right, let's do it. We just got to figure new numbers out, obviously.
So
Change the price
for
and
you,
stuff.
you just automatically,
I don't
all right, cool,
Yeah,
give me
I
your
don't
money.
care. If the customer wants it, I'll do it. I'm not one of those guys like, oh no, we're gonna stick to this. I'll change
No,
it.
you're pretty much like, cool, you're gonna pay me money. It's gonna
Yeah, we'll work,
continue.
I'll work on anything.
Okay.
I don't care if they change it, whatever they want.
Is there anything that you guys like, you guys as fabricators that you guys would not touch? Is there a vehicle in particular that you guys don't want to fuck with? No,
In
Wes.
particular, I don't like to fix any kind of
No, Wes.
shicey
We're
work.
keeping clothes on.
If you have a back half that's trashed,
I don't know who's
I'd prefer to cut your whole
You
frame
can-
off
Right,
and
and
throw
try
it
and fix it.
and then start from scratch because nothing is worse than fixing a shady shop's work.
Okay.
Like it
Okay.
makes it twice as hard, sometimes 4 times hard. Chop it off, throw it away,
Okay,
and
on
let's
that
start
note-
from scratch.
On that note, when I bought my convertible, I picked it up from the person's house that I picked it up from, and the back half was just, you could tell, was just shitty as fuck.
Yeah.
One was out, frame rail by the driver was out 2.5, 3 inches out.
Damn.
So we had to
Sorry.
literally take a
It was one of these.
So we literally had to take a come along. So what we did was literally my
That's
friend Dennis
Yeah,
cut the
real
back,
shit.
literally cut it from the fucking back of the cab, just flip,
That's it.
and then we took the fucking come along and a torch and we fucking heated it and had to sit there and he just kept going like this and he just goes, keep ratcheting until I tell you. I'm like, all right, keep ratcheting until I tell you. And I would just I would see the other side, you could see the little hint of the red, and he would just well, we got it in, but when you look at it, it goes straight and then it goes just a little bit on one side.
Did you always go to the truck runs too?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Can't remember whose truck it was back in the day. Crazy Kenny and everybody, we were all there, and this dude's Toyota broke down, and we cut it in half, put it in a trailer.
What the fuck?
Because somebody only had like an 8-foot trailer, so we had a standard cab Mazda or a standard cab Toyota, like an '89.
Yeah.
So we cut it off the back of the cab, stuck half in the bed of some guy's truck, and the other half in the trailer.
And then got to the show and then welded it back together.
No, we did it at the show to take it home to Arizona.
Pretty much broke it to show. It sounds like.
Right. He was
Only to
dragging
get
through
home.
the gas tank or drug it too much.
That
So they cut
reminds
it in half and threw it in two people's cars to get it home.
that reminds me of when I was at Fuel, when Fuel was around and I saw them cut the fucking when they chopped the top on the Explorer, and they had a Ford Explorer sitting out there, and fucking Kurt and a bunch of other people just and they just cut the top off of this bitch, and then they fucking they taped off, and then they blap, and then they plap plap. Kurt's off, Kurt, and it's literally sitting at a bar, you know, that they owned at the time, and they were running. And it was just like, okay, like fucking gnarly. Like, here we go. I'm like, this is something, you know, you don't see every day. You know, I hobbled along my El Camino and parked it out there. And Phil Shepardson was like, all right, cool, you brought it out and park it over here. And I'm like, all right, and fucking I could just hear the fucking bearing of the axle just pull it in, fucking there. Yeah. Dude, I got that thing in a trade and it was like horseshoe. Like, you know, when like after the dude hopped it, it was just
Yeah, that's when I bought my Mazda for. I told you that my peach one. I bought that other Mazda. He hopped it so much that it busted the frame everywhere. So I bought the Mazda with like 10,000 miles from a dealership with it stood a 3-wheel with no hydraulics in it. And I bought it for like $600-800 just for the motor training.
and that's it.
Harness.
So since you guys are building hydraulics, are you building it to withstand the abuse of what they're going to put it through, or are you building it to just because that dude just wants it?
Oh, have you seen that Toyota?
Oh, I've seen it, dude. That thing's fucking.
I don't think it's gonna be hopping.
It's
or
not built for
anything.
hopping though. It's
Yeah.
actually built for ride quality.
It's got newer style accumulators. It's got that piston style, so they're rebuildable. They're actually chrome. They're a little bit, nicer than what's out there right now.
Yeah. So it's pretty.
He's
much-
gonna trailer
it's got
clean
the
that.
belt.
isn't he?
No,
Nah,
he's
He's gonna drive the shit
Yeah.
out of it.
No, he'll drive it.
Dude,
Yeah, we'll probably take
all
it.
that work in it,
Yeah,
I would
we'll
drive
probably-
the fuck out of that.
Yeah, we'll probably take the shows more than he will, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that won't go to a lot of shows. He just wants to drive it, have his
He's
personal
real
show.
modest, but he does want his truck out there. But what the hell that thing's built, dude? The ride quality is going to be phenomenal. It's like
That's
it's
gonna
crazy
be-
with the
you can-
accumulators. It rides smooth.
Are you
Like,
guys
trip
still
out.
keeping the factory AC? Did you guys have to relocate
No,
it, or you guys going?
Well,
vintage
because
air?
it's a stock floor and it's at 4.5 inches right now.
Going vintage air.
So he's doing vintage air because the LS swap, the transmission tunnel is about 6 inches higher.
Everybody's doing electric AC now.
Dude, they're
They
phenomenal.
do, have,
saw that.
they do have them, but he actually
Is
has
that
room.
from the Teslas?
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
it's
No, Vintage Air actually has one.
As a
Yeah, electric
Yeah.
AC. That shit works when you're just sitting there.
So instead of a compressor that's running a belt, it's a fucking motor that you can mount anywhere,
Pretty much.
and it just fucking.
As long as you have a
They're
charging,
efficient
charging
as hell. They're
system.
nice.
Yeah.
No, no
Our
one is
guys
taking
do a lot,
any
right?
clothes off. Fucking A, man. Everybody.
How much they offering?
No, you too, Kevin. Nothing. You stop that. Why I'm not taking my clothes off? It's not. No, no matter what time it is, we're not. No.
Chris telling
God
you that?
damn it.
No,
dude, everybody's
good.
fucking-
Yeah.
At least Chris Bam ain't on the fucking thing. And we'll speak the devil.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the.
Why is he coming down here?
Fucking that bitch nozzle. So back to the hydraulic.
That Mercedes.
Don't even get me started on the transformer, man.
Every time I see it, I was like, what are you doing?
No clothes are coming off. I am not taking my clothes off. Fuck you guys. God damn it. Shit.
When I first seen that wagon, I was like, cool,
That
Mercedes
thing's a
wagon. And then I was
transformer.
like,
It's a truck now or
What are
a
you
car.
doing?
It's at the scrap. It's at the scrap place now.
It's a tranny now.
We scrapped it.
did he?
Oh, he did?
He's changed it. What? How many times did he change
He
it?
really scrapped it?
Every week.
Wait a minute, he really scrapped it?
He
Yeah,
scrapped
he
it.
is gone.
So he took the juice off and everything?
Yeah,
and-
he's on his new project. It's on his profile.
I didn't even
He's
bother
building a new
anymore.
chassis for something.
Yeah, he's got a little secret build going on.
Secret build of another transformer or what?
No, this one,
No.
man, he got
Is
some
it
cool
an
shit in the
Autobot?
works. Like, I missed the wagon when it was the wagon, but he got some
It
cool
looked
shit in the
dope, and
works.
it was just.
Dude,
Yeah,
when it was
it
a
turned
black
into a
wagon with the fifth
transformer.
wheel,
What
it was
up,
nice.
Kevin?
I loved it.
I was
But-
like, when he started
Hey,
doing
to
all
each
that.
their own, though. That's what I say about mini trucking and all that. Like, everyone builds stuff the
Oh,
way
yeah.
they want it, and it's like,
Sometimes you walk out and see a mini truck, you're like, woo.
All I'm trying to do for mine
hey,
is
but he
build a
got some cool shit on the
convertible
way right now.
and a fucking nice single cab and maybe a 4-door later on down the road. But that's it. Like I ain't trying to do no fucking Autobot and fucking looking like a car and
You don't want to
Yeah.
throw it west side?
no.
My old man was a greaser, and he from back in the day, and he goes to these shows now and looks at rat rods, and he goes, "We wouldn't be caught dead in that car when we were
Okay.
kids."
So how far do you think it'll get to where it is? Like like he said, we wouldn't be caught dead in that.
You don't make a floor in a car out of license plates.
How far do you think the modification is going to go to where at some point some of us are going to go, damn, fool. Okay, I get it. You know how to weld really, really good. But shit, dude, make furniture or something. You
You
know,
see
like,
one of those cyber trucks all like
You should
fuck
around.
that, dude. They're already on swangers.
I've seen that.
They really are. I think it's like 30-year
No.
increments, though, for like how messed up it gets. So, like, you have like an era of like mini trucks, right? Or hot rods.
The railers and yeah,
or
the
rat
old school-
rods
yeah.
or any of that. And then like we're on our way to this next weird era, and I don't want to even know what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
To be honest.
All
I
All
don't
the
really
trucks and
want-
Rosas that when we were younger, it was like we called them trucks gross.
Oh, the
Yeah, and now it's
Testarossa.
like you look at them, and I look at them, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
No, the one that I liked that's being built a while ago was one where the dude like he had some guy literally the back end was almost the back the way the Ferrari setup was.
Oh,
He had
that's
some
cool.
dude build them.
Instead of the Mazda taillights.
Yeah, so it was literally the whole back end, and the way the dude built it, it looked sick. The way he molded it into from the tailgate into that. You know, like I think some mods are cool,
My buddy in Iowa, one of his
but
family members got a nice Trucks Rosa back. He said he's working on it.
But okay, but like some mods are cool, and some mods like, are we really gonna fucking like, damn, dude? Like, there's sometimes where I see some badass shit, and there's sometimes where I go,
What are you doing?
now what you're doing just damn, how many beers were you in? Or like,
Oh,
you know, like I've done some shit where like, here, hold my beer, watch this. But like we were trying to get to a goal, and then we're like, all right, that's not what we're looking at. Now it's like,
Like the headlights on the Mazda. When we were younger, you took a headlight out of an '85 Ford Escort and just took the lens and put the lens in the Mazda, and that's it.
so that was the same square, not the whole fucking thing.
Right,
Like
and,
the
you, and you
Ranger.
left the stock headlight.
Not like the
Behind
okay,
it, right.
that's what I can't stand is the Ranger lights
Yeah, I don't like the Ranger. If you do the Ford Escort, it fits the exact hole
of the Mazda.
of the Mazda,
Okay, so like 91, 92
like
Escort.
85.
85. Okay. So on another question that I want to ask both you guys and fabricators that you guys work for them is with the metalwork amount that we're seeing now, that where these guys are fucking. You have one dude in Australia who has his own hammer and dolly set, and he's literally like hammering, dollying, Mercedes Benzes out of wood, where they got the wood set and you're rolling everything. Do you feel that mini trucking, like there's some trucks that are $100,000 trucks, and people go, okay, that's not a $100,000 truck. But when you look at the whole long run of what took to put into the metalwork, the build, the time, like
it takes to build
yours.
everything.
So
But all these kids that are all these guys that are our age, these younger kids don't want to learn. So it's gonna go away.
dude, I went to 2 schools and I'm a dead up into my fucking asshole, and I do it on the side as like my hobby. I don't.
Well, that's because
I
you went to
don't want-
school. You should have went to a fabricator and worked at a shop.
But see, wait, at that time when I was growing up, a lot of places like that wouldn't take us in. Like I went and applied at a bunch of
Oh
places,
yeah.
and they were like, nah, or if you're like, they would get you in, and you would I swept in through trash for a lot of places,
One of my growing up, there's a guy in Nevada. Well, where I grew up in Nevada, where I moved to, you had Pete Hagen was there, Hagen Street Rod Parts. He was local, and then my buddy Johnny Johnson, he built the Batmobile and a bunch of all the old guys that lived there. And you ever seen that Willie's called the Frantic Frog?
I've seen that. Yeah.
It's got a blown Hemi in it.
Yeah,
he was
that thing was
local.
fucking retarded.
So all these guys, all these high-end hot rod shops were right where I lived, and they used to fabricate the coolest shit.
Yeah, but see, but they took the time to bring stuff in. Now, right now, if somebody went to you guys right now and goes, "Hey, man, you need help? I want to work with you. I want to learn stuff."
It'd be like an
But
apprenticeship.
Fine.
they're green behind the ears. Not
As
saying
long as they're willing
not-
to learn.
Okay,
Yeah.
not saying where the guy goes, "Well, I went to school, blah blah blah." I went to school and I walk into
Dude,
when
school
I would walk into a
shit.
shop, dude, like I would be like, I went to school, but that don't matter. How do you want me to do it your way?
Oh yeah.
Like I don't care that I went to fucking Wildtech. I want to learn how you do it. So like every shop I worked at, it was all right. They were, oh, well, you went to. I'm like, who cares that I went there? How do you want it done?
You always got to learn your employer, though. Always.
Because I ended up working for Mako. I worked for Mako for a few Makos.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh, how dare!" Like at Wildtech, when you at
So
school,
they
were
showed you
like,
how to spray.
oh yeah, that was the fun part because they would let you spray. That used to freak me out because then they're like, "Hey man, you want a primer shit?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, let me primer." Derek Rando, I'm the guy at Pull and Save grabbing all the Amigo.
Oh, that's the homie right there. Instagram.
Fucking yeah. Hey Derek,
Hey, what's cracking,
yeah,
dog?
I want to bring you on
Chop
too.
Chop Boys.
Yeah, I want to bring that forward.
Oh, he's cool as fuck.
Yeah, he's got that sick ass Susan.
Yeah, he
Fucking
does.
everybody's at Pull and Save.
They have my buddy Mike too.
See?
He's out there in CG too.
So how to see? But his Pull and Save has those parts. The fucking our Pull and Save don't got none of
Sometimes
those.
Casa Grande.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Go out to, there's a ton of shit at my wife's work.
Yeah.
Is there?
DVAP.
That's-
They got a lot of
that's
news,
like
like there's-
Fort Knox in there.
Yeah, it's huge.
I haven't been there, dude. I remember going there to go get.
I keep looking at, they got this two-wheel drive 93 S10 Blazer, 4-door. And it's complete. There's not a part missing off it.
You know what I'm waiting for.
I just like the square body 4-door Blazer.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for them to pull a 60 through 64 Oldsmobile F85. I want one of those. You know, my brother had a 63 Oldsmobile. That motherfucker sold it to some
Any out there?
dumbass. She's gonna be like, hold on.
Right?
Let me check my data.
If you get it, I'll give
Dude,
you my
what?
Mazda.
The cool thing is there's so many different cars. There's 65 and older, but there's some new stuff and like dashes and just
The things that were way ahead back then, like when I see that stupid meme of that fucking stupid wagon with the wraparound fucking seat.
Yeah.
Okay,
The lowrider weird.
Yeah, tell me if we could find that car now to sit there and be like, all right, cool. All you guys did was, like a wraparound seat in a fucking wagon with the door wide the fuck open back then.
50 grand.
What? Yeah. What mini trucker was working back then and decided we're gonna fucking widen this door in this
We're
wagon?
gonna put a jacuzzi in the
Yeah,
bed.
we're gonna fucking.
Hey,
Oh, wait, we did that shit.
Yeah. Okay. So
Where's that jacuzzi?
Or
So,
see, back in the day, you just throw a tarp in there and go to the
and that's
river.
what everybody did.
And then some fucker go by and open your tailgate.
And that was it. You're fucking done. So, like, where you guys see fabricating and the stuff that's done and the stuff that are transformers and whatnot and going into crazy builds of
Transformers.
Some of it is going in good directions. Like for example, like I geek out on everyone who fabricates. Like one person I really like to check out his work, besides like Brandon's and Kevin's, is Wes Watson. His work is phenomenal.
Oh, Wes is dude.
All of his aluminum work he's doing on that Volkswagen is
Oh,
crazy.
yes,
It's
yes.
but he's a
See that?
younger
Yeah,
cat
that
who's
shit's
killing like
fucking
good
nice.
ass work. But
He's
there
from
is
Freaks to
some
Nature,
people,
and
but
I
you have
interviewed
to
him.
like follow up on them
Yeah.
because like
So
like,
I
he's doing
interviewed them.
good ass work, dude.
Yeah, so I interviewed him and a couple of the freaks, and Wes is on some point.
Dude, he's
Yeah, he
killing
is.
it, dude.
And then
He's
you got
real
Lars.
humble though.
Shit,
Like that's
yeah.
the cool thing. Like I have him on like
Oh, yeah,
social
he
media and
is.
stuff. Like I don't know him personally, but through social
He's a
media, it's
good
like
dude.
he does
Yeah.
cool
He's
fucking
some
work.
badass
Dude.
shit. And,
Like
I started following.
I thought I was good until I see people like Wes Watson, and I'm
and
like,
that's the
I'm
thing.
like, okay,
That's the thing. Like,
you know, like
we're all good at what we do. We are all good at what we do. Okay. Each one of us has the talent. We can all sit there and be like, okay, well, I'm good at this. I'm good at that. I'm good at this.
Right.
I'm good at that. Okay. And like you said, at some point, like when you build, do you guys get to the build? Like you said, hey, I'll call in a favor if we need to fucking get this. What do you do when before that? What did you guys do before the favors came?
You just got to build something
what I
crazy.
mean? Like,
you gotta fucking
You gotta
so
build
like,
something.
So like, what was
that's
that
just
point
crazy.
where you guys, where both of you guys in the '90s were going, oh shit, like how
When
the fuck are we gonna get the next guys to fucking pay for like?
when I
sponsor
built the yellow truck, we took it to a show. We took it to Del Mar, and when I pulled through, the guys from Colorado said, "Don't let nobody shoot that truck. I want to put wheels on that car, on that truck." And I was like, "Okay." So they sent me Colorados, and then they shot it for trucking.
Talking about the blown one.
Yeah, and then after that, I know Jose from Intro real well, and Jose's like, "I'll give you 20 by 15s for it."
West, I mean.
So that's when I switched the Intros.
Okay,
And then Mickey Thompson gave me tires because it was on the cover of of Truckin' with Mickey Thompson's. And Mickey Thompson, if you're on the cover, they'll give you tires. So they were like, "Here's tires."
But see, that was back then. Now it's a whole nother ballgame.
Still,
now,
yeah, because there's no magazines anymore. Pretty much,
The only
Don't look at
magazine
that shit.
right?
Well, the only
Everything's on the
magazine
internet.
that came back is the one dude who I interviewed recently was the guys that bought Mini Trucking magazine and brought it back. They brought the physical magazine back.
That's cool.
So they are issuing that out, and it's a physical fucking magazine that you can get again. And like when I interviewed him, I told him, like for all of us, we were all younger waiting for that. When you would go to FBI and look at the
the end of the page, dude.
Yeah, and you
the
would
last 3 pages.
Yep,
dude,
and you would be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna order that. Tell
Did you ever go to FBI?
No.
Dude, it was huge warehouse. I went to a few truck shows there.
Shit.
I took the Impala, and
Okay.
I had a bag tow truck too.
I
And a flatbed
remember
was
that one.
back.
Yeah.
We pulled into that show, and I pulled in and laid the tow truck down, and they're
That was
like,
weird
"Fuck,
though, because
dude."
when back then, like when you would see guys that were building big ass rigs and big trucks and big fucking craziness, you were just like, damn, dude, how long does it fucking take you? And what are the amount of hours that you putting into something that big? Are you guys building anything that big now?
We did the Mad Max truck, we call it.
Yeah.
It was a big, what was it, like it was a U-Haul truck, so they converted it, put like a 50 style body on it.
shit.
It's on my TikTok and stuff. But yeah,
What'd you- what'd you put on it?
Rusted out,
Like a
it's all rusted out.
COE?
No, it was just a flatbed on the back.
So like a tow truck or something?
But it was like a flatbed, but it had like sculptures of like bulls on the
country
side
western
and like
kind of style.
barbed
the
wire
guy's a
all
roper,
done, and
so
we
he made it
made
like a
it.
roper theme. Like,
Oh shit.
I'll have to
left
look.
everything bare metal.
Yeah.
Brandon did all the TIG welding on it, and he did all the frame structures on
The
it.
trailing arms were
It was
way
cool.
overbuilt. Like you would
Like,
expect
there's-
that like on a super heavy 3500 trophy truck.
Did you ever see
Yeah,
Travis?
it was.
From CTP Concepts. His crew
That
cab.
military looking thing?
No, he built that crew cab that. The fuck did he call it? It was a SEMA. It had a red Ferrari on it. at SEMA.
Oh,
It was bad.
yeah.
Crew
That-
cab, tow truck,
Yeah, it was
flatbed.
it was
I
like
haven't
fucking.
seen
Here's
It was like a GMC or like a 50.
Yeah.
you can kind of see the trailing arm on the rear that we built. It's a double.
You're talking about Travis at where?
CTP concepts.
Yeah, it was.
That was 2 layers of quarter-inch
fucking-
double layer, full
Okay,
face
I've
welded.
seen it.
Okay, on that, the way you have that arm. All right, I am fucking.
Them
bugging
bigger
on this.
trucks are a
Yeah,
whole
this
new
is-
mission,
okay,
dude.
this is
Cantilever,
Like
Travis
cantilever
does
setup.
sick
Leg in.
work.
No shit.
All right, here's the big thing. Cantilever setup. What the fuck is your thought on those? Because some of those, I'm just like, what the fuck are you
That
doing?
shit's-
To
They're
figure
the
out-
king, dude. They're
to
the king.
figure out how to get the pivot point.
The
And to
amount
get
of
to-
room you can
to
save
get
without
that-
having to fucking completely cut out your bed to fucking do all this
I
weird
don't-
shit. Like,
I've never
For
been
a
a
cantilever
cantilever fan.
setup,
It's
Like-
more work.
I've never
like,
been a
like,
cantilever.
I'm a 4-link dude. My truck still has a 4-link from like 2002. 4-link bag over axle, but like cantilever setups,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't get the pivot point. Like, okay, cool, you're hitting this bag to pivot this
That's
off the
it.
frame, and
That's Travis.
you know, like that's where I just
That
don't
thing was
get it.
bad.
That's sick.
Yeah, like you just put bag shit, put juice shit. Like cantilever setups,
That's sick.
I don't. And you guys had how many cantilever setups have you guys done?
Everything's-
Or like
Lots.
Most of our stuff, basic bag on bar stuff. It's not. I don't do any of that over crazy stuff. It all
Yeah.
has the same stuff. And
Didn't you do that one dude's Nissan that rolled it at Kiwanis?
it was Jason Smith's truck.
Yeah, he pulled in there and 3-wheeled and rolled that truck.
Well, actually, I pulled. We was at my shop, at my old shop in Mesa.
yeah.
We were out there cruising around, and I just got done putting 16-inch cylinders on probably about an 80% cantilever. They got about 8 foot in the rear.
Yeah, it got
On a
up
can-
stupid.
on a can-
On
on a
a
cantilever
cantilever, yeah. The
setup?
back of the truck. I think the
It was
bed
crazy,
like 10
dude.
feet off the ground.
It would go so high.
Well, he came in one day and he's like, I want to see what new cylinders, how it works. So we took it behind my old shop, and I was back there cruising it. And the owners gave me permission, hit the switches. So I'm hitting the switch of this guy's truck, not knowing how high it is.
And then
It's a good story. So I'm back there hitting the switches. I'm up like 3 feet, 4 feet, going, do it again. I go, dude, it's getting high. He goes, no, you're good. Come around the last time, I hit it, pull 3-wheel, the front of it gets so high, I take the truck and spin it in the air and land sideways in the back of our truck.
so you were taking like
I was through on
taking the corner.
I was taking the corner at like 10
Fuck.
miles an hour, first gear.
How are you guys doing?
And it pivoted
Those
so quick
juice boxes.
and so high.
Dude, I
Juice box.
They're fucking.
I remember
Yeah, it was outrageous.
Like
He
a
got safe because he wanted big 3-wheels.
Oh,
see when I had
yeah, I got
the
driving
Camino,
Casa Grande, dude.
when I had
Yeah,
the
that's
Camino,
too
it wasn't
far.
a high. It was just like I think it were like 8s or 10s in the rear, but it was
Yeah.
chains. But when I took a 3-wheel, like
Is there any
dude,
gluten
just
in there?
even taking a corner
Is
is
there any
scary.
gluten
Like
in there?
I would go like
Yeah.
blap blap, and it's just like, oh,
Wait, one more?
what up, Ryan? I was
Gluten-free.
there.
This thing,
He said he was
Yeah.
there.
this thing pulled probably, honestly, that
That's
there,
it?
there was a couple guys there back in the day.
They're
That's the
But
last
it,
one.
it,
Sorry.
probably pulled that front tire
Where's the
from around
lid?
6 feet. It was insane.
That's
Yeah, it didn't like it.
Another guy?
So when it comes to hydraulics and everything, do you feel that someday we're gonna get like, dude, like everyone's like, oh, okay, cool, bags, you get the plate kit, you get your boom, 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 you're done, everything's in there. Like, do you feel that like for me, I want to put hydraulics on shit. Do you feel that we're gonna get to the point to where we can get a whole plug and play kit where
Oh, yeah,
you
there
where you
definitely is.
spend the money, it comes with all the
Well,
brackets.
James over at Level Ride, he does hydraulics too, and he's actually designing more friendly hydraulics accumulators that are they run to 200 psi secondary valve block where you can control your height in the vehicle
Okay.
and you can control your softness
Okay.
from his whole system. He
Oh,
can,
Have somebody who knows how to weld.
so he
So
basically,
pretty much no more having to go to the
Because, man,
back
you
of
can
the
basically
pump.
take your switch box and you have
And-
your
and
switch your
turn back the
presets,
pump.
and then you have another switch box you can set your comfort. So you can
Okay.
set this thing firm. They're designing it right now.
Oh shit! So it's not going to be like back in the day when I would have to go and you're like you
Oh,
would
no,
turn
it-
it on.
you-
You would
I
turn
wanna
it
go
on.
faster.
No, this is
I wanna
That's the way
go
my
on
truck
faster.
was.
this is
You
right-
would
this is on the
count.
fly. This is on the fly. You can have your
Yeah.
controllers and do everything.
Yeah, I remember having to count. All right, 1, 2.
Nah,
3.
man, you just
And
turn
then
that
like,
fucker and be like,
fuck no,
oh,
dude.
that's too much.
I would sit there and just
Do that
turn
spring
it.
go clank, 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 clank.
I used to hate that. Dude. I used to hate that mile Camino. I would sit there and turn it, like, all right, and then the gas tank wanted to work when it wanted to.
When you're busting a 3-wheel with the tilt bed up and
Yeah.
that frame rail goes boom, and you see it in your front corner of your eye, you're like, oh, that frame
Dude,
broke.
I was just scared. I was just scared having to just take the corner and just you just see the dash and you're
Yeah.
like, God, and then you're like, all right, curb.
Or you bust the,
Yeah.
or the suicide when you shoot the other way.
Oh,
and you
forget
can't see
that,
shit
dude.
'cause it's
Yeah.
way up there.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
way the hell up there.
that's some shit, when you're to that point. But hydraulics now, but the plug and play kit, like you said, he's designing that. But do you think it's gonna be where, hey, it's gonna come with everything included?
Yeah, they're gonna get to that
You know?
point where it's gonna be.
Because that's where I'm just like, back then you were like, all right, cool, we're gonna fucking towards this, get the cylinder to go through there, hope it doesn't get cut.
I've been
up.
watching some of the new shit for hydros because I remember back in the day, boy, you'd cut that hole and they would just chew those cylinders, depending on who did it.
Depending on
But now
who
they
did
got
it,
that
but the
new,
hose would chew it, too.
Right, B.
Huh?
Well, they have the dollar on top. The
Yeah.
funny thing is,
Okay,
I used to do those like 10 years ago.
Because
Yeah.
my first
Right.
Juice Mini, I bought it in
Oh,
'91,
right.
and it was juiced by Fat Boys Hydraulics in Vegas. And boy, it was
Yeah,
But
'cause
see,
it's-
junk.
yeah, I've done a lot of crazy stuff. Like we used to, back in the day, like accumulators run around. So we're doing Hondas and we're using factory Honda coils.
No, not
And do
for a
do a
BMW.
coil over, coil under, and stuff, and then we're putting chocks on them and doing them.
Fucking Derek, like, make me a plug and play kit for a BMW. You got money, pendejo? Like, yeah, they'll
Is
give
that
him
Derek?
money. They'll
Is that
make
Derek?
Derek. Yeah, Derek.
I got Derek's shirt on.
His caregiver let him out. His caregiver let him out.
I got his shirt on.
I can build whatever somebody wants. It obviously just takes the money. So,
It's still preference.
That's what
though,
everybody
man.
like.
It's
It's like
still
some-
preference
you know,
though with hydraulics. Though
I-
a lot of people are still gonna be weird over bags over fucking hydraulics.
No,
Until you actually
no,
ride in it,
I think
you'll know the difference when
I've
you
had-
ride in
yeah,
something he
the
built.
ride is
I've rode in tons of vehicles he's built. Rides fucking gangster.
See,
And then
I'm
you'll get
used to
into some shit with
riding.
airbags and that shit still bounces and sways. It comes down to shocks, suspension, and how it travels.
Right.
And
Every fabricator knows
where everything's positioned because
the right way.
once
Because it
you
rides
put
good.
everything where you position it correctly, you get the fucking softness. Because if you
Yeah.
position shit the wrong way,
Oh, it rides like brick.
fucking
Yeah.
You see these guys going down the road going,
dude,
Hey, see
like,
me in my Cadillac,
You're like, it's
I'm
bagged.
bouncing, dude.
what up, Marcus?
You know?
Like mine on my tan truck, the way my shock mounts are on the top, I literally have to cut them off at the top and move them back more because they were too far like this. So when it would go, it would literally like almost like bend it and it would pop my fucking screws out and it would bend the shit out of it.
It was smashed because they were over collapsing.
Yeah, well, it was too much of an angle.
Yeah.
No! God damn it, show me your tit. There you go. Well, they want See, he'll take off the shirt for free.
Hey, Patrick.
For free.
so
He'll take his
that's
shit
all
off
right.
for free.
Fucking Patrick.
That's
I
it.
just told him
it.
that he's like, yeah.
It's not even 9 yet. We always wait till 9. That's premature, Brandon.
Fucking Patrick.
That is
dude.
premature, Brandon, because that's at 9 o'clock.
This is a family show.
Yeah, fucking this is not a family show. Fuck a family.
I got children watching this,
All
dog.
right.
How old is your child?
I got 8 and 13.
Clinton, your kid's like 30.
26.
26, married now. You got kids?
Okay, I got 4. I got one that's like almost 16. Got 1, 2, and 6.
All right.
Back in the day, my kid, everybody
that's
that saw
awesome.
me at shows, like as Kevin, I always had my kid with me.
Okay,
Banging
so
switches
on
and
you
should
guys
be-
being parents
That's
and you
cool,
guys
smart
being
guy.
newer parents and whatnot, you guys having younger kids.
He has the
Yeah.
kids
I
around.
don't-
He's
I don't-
great
I don't
around
have
my
kids,
kids.
but
He's
I-
great around
High five, no kids.
You got kids.
But I don't got kids.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
He's
But I
great
had-
around
I had a
my
lot of
kids. Dude. I love
roommates.
this dude.
Yeah, well,
Some of them are kids.
roommates count as kids. Roommates
Yeah,
count as
I-
kids.
And he's great around my kids.
Oh, wait, no, you got employees, you got kids.
Hey, I
Yeah, 2 big kids.
Yeah.
Kyle.
don't- hey.
So on being fathers and you're being a dad, and I don't got kids and you guys got kids. Are you guys pushing your children to get into mini trucks and?
My kid's got a 71 boat tail rib, lays on
I
the
know
ground.
that.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Yeah, my boys love trucks.
So-
like they see my lifted truck and they're like, "It's a monster truck." It really is not, but like they're getting
in their eyes, it's okay. So what about you?
And my kid
Yeah,
tattoos
so-
for a living.
My son, he's into it, but he's 8. But my daughter, she really likes it, and then she actually keeps up. Like I show her a lot of the stuff, like the Extreme Lows girls. So she
Oh
can see
yeah,
that-
so
so
Christine.
she can see
she
all the
knows.
girls actually do it. I want to like really push her into
Dude,
it. See
I went
that females do it. I want to build.
That's
a
like
mini
the
truck
hot thing
her.
with lowriders now. Everybody's chick has a fucking
No,
lowrider.
look,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
dude.
tell you right
But
now.
I want like her to know like girls actually build.
I
their
went- I-
stuff
no,
and
I
they
went in-
can.
I went into a
'Cause
tire
before,
shop.
Back in the day, it wasn't like a real big.
No,
thing.
it wasn't, dude, because
Not at
they
all.
were always like it was like the dude and his old lady. I went into a tire shop today, saw a chick balancing tires, and she just fucking knocking them out, bam, bam, bam.
Getting it.
And I was just like, that's hot. Yeah. And then her homegirl behind her, she turns around and she goes, "Hey, are you done with those breaks, bitch?" And all you see is that girl behind her, fucking walking around, and
when
with
I
the
had my-
impact, fool, just that.
Dude, when I had
and
my
they're
shop,
going,
when I had my
the
shop
right of
in
it.
Mesa back in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
dude, one of my friends, this chick worked for us, and she would be there grinding, the thong hanging out the back. People stop by with us like, "God damn, who you got working for you?"
That's what. But see, it was back. Almost, no one's taking any clothes off. Fucking Wes, you can take your clothes off all you want. All you want, you can't. Ain't lying.
Still.
No, I just want my youngster to know, like she can get in the mini truck, because it was like weird taboo, like for a female to actually be building a
Now,
truck.
dude, it's fucking
But
bad.
now it's normal, but I want my daughter to know, like, we can get into building a truck, but I don't want to push it on her.
So,
Like,
okay,
I
I
so
got dude, my wife, she's out there with me,
Yeah.
grinding, cutting.
I seen that somewhat on your page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, honey, do this." She's out there. She almost cut her tits off. She was with the grinder, leaned into that fucker.
well,
dude.
no, you don't do
And they
that.
went woo, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
No,
It cut her good too.
The minute you feel it, you just.
And then I got myself.
You one of those.
I leaned back.
Yeah,
I
I
was working on
do.
something. I went to lean
Like
back,
that.
and I don't know how I kicked the safety and pressed on it. That fucker wound up my back, dude.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I had one of those Harbor Freight specials fucking explode on me one time.
Jack stand or grinder?
Grinder. No, I haven't had the jack stand.
That's
So
the
that's
thing,
on
jack stand.
the wheel. So like I was
Oh,
fucking going, and it was a
Hey,
flap
you
wheel.
still using the 4?
Nah, it was a flap wheel full, and I was like, ah, and then all of a sudden it
I'm
just went.
using the 7.
Oh yeah, flap
I
wheel.
was like,
Back in the day.
I was like, holy shit! And then I kind of like, I kept going like
I'm
this, 'cause
alive,
I'm just like,
I'm
all
alive.
right, no,
Dude,
no.
there was one time I was over at fucking Kevin's shop and I was fucking grinding on something under my Jeep and it kicked back and I never fucking wore like safety glasses. Thank God I had them on. It fucking kicked back and it fucking hit me right in the fucking eye. And
Fucking
it was
face
a
of the
mark.
death right there.
Oh,
sir.
dude, it would have been like fucking.
Nick Poland,
No vision.
is that just plain? Yes, it is. And yes, it is. Fucking Nick Poland in the house.
Hey,
Is
there it is.
Oh,
just
hey!
plain straight
Wave
and
there,
be
Kevin,
the
wave there.
Spirit.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Ow!
My buddy,
He was at
when I
He's got somebody's car now. That's what Nick has.
he's got that
Didn't he have
orange
that?
truck.
Yeah,
Orange
yeah,
front. It's a front, not front service, hard body.
yeah. And I know he had somebody else's car too for a while.
my buddy, when I grew up in Reno before I moved down here, my buddy Steve Lewis, we used to hang out with mini trucks and go. And Steve Lewis,
The delay. and
he
shit.
was with
You see
Steve
it?
Nielsen, and they did Can Do.
Yes, Marcus, it is Clint.
You know, you've heard of Can Do. That's
Yeah.
what Bob
Yeah,
Nash
yeah,
had.
yeah.
But Steve
Can do used to
Nielsen,
do a
back
lot
in
of
the
badass
day,
shit.
Back then, yeah.
I knew Steve
Love Can
Nielsen
Do.
from when he was at Extreme Lows. When we were all
Oh,
Extreme Lows back in the day, Steve Nielsen had his
I believe they're still
had
around.
his Civic
Still around. now.
hatch, and then Brian Avey and me. There was a very few of us, but Steve Lewis was with us, and Steve went to open Can Do with Steve Nielsen.
See,
I'm
'cause,
still homies with Steve.
I don't know if they're still around now, but I know.
Can Do.
I-
Bob Grant owns Can Do now.
So that means that
He bought it from Steve.
Oh, shit. Well,
That's where
because
he used to
I
get
know
all the
Bob
Lexan
is still
for all
doing
my
some badass
combos.
shit.
Yeah, all the Lexan windows
Yep,
back in the
yep.
day.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
that shit.
well,
And Steve
supposedly
Nielsen
somebody's
airbrushed
doing
my
that.
dash on my S10 back in
He came out of his hole.
92.
Oh, so Marcus Perspent said he came out of his hole. Owed you because you came out of your hole.
Yeah, I never
Yeah, I know,
leave.
you're far.
My shop's in the
You
backyard.
guys are both far distance.
I don't leave, man. I'm at home. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He told-
Should've took the
he told
same
me he had
short
to, like,
bus.
convince you to-
I'm in my shop probably 15 hours a day.
I bet, dude. I bet you right now you're just like you're sweating bullets going,
Well, I got-
man, I could be fucking
I got-
welding
I got-
something right now.
Well, we got 3 trucks have to be gone by Sunday, so.
I got
And I
like
thank you.
3 got to
I
be gone
thank
by the
you
end of
for
the
coming
by the
out.
end of July.
You know, I thank you.
'Cause I'm outta here.
Yeah. So you're moving.
Yeah,
Yeah, where are you moving to?
Oklahoma.
Goddamn.
Oh,
And then my buddy,
Oklahoma.
my buddy owns a big shop in Louisiana called CSC Customs. So I'm gonna go work with him. We're gonna do air right out
So
there.
you're gonna go back.
What was that instead?
What? Yeah, we can go to commercial.
Commercial? Oh, yeah.
Yes. and I thank
I'm the one over.
States.
Yo, Live Ride Podcast, man. Live Wednesdays at 8 o'clock, man. We're sponsored by Liberty Mobile, 480-795-0025. Bodio Clothing, 480-381-5879. Liberty Tax, more than just a tax service, 602-788-6900. Also, Smiley Customs. Hit them up, man, on their social medias. All your fabrication needs. Hit them up. The show, hosted by DJ Primo, coming May 2nd on Facebook and YouTube. Also sponsored by the Mopar family, Arizona. Make sure you guys are showing them love, man. Thank you for the sponsorship. Also, Super Dope Flyers. Don't get caught out here, man, with some weak flyers. Hit us up for your flyers. Also, 10% off with code UKNOW-NETWORK at w.gg. That's where you need to get your energy from. Network coming to Roku.
What's up, guys? Back from commercial break. And before we left, we are talking about hydraulics and freewheeling and just the crazy debauchery that mini trucking is about. But at the same time, a lot of people don't realize that what fabricators and what all of us have done throughout mini trucking is that we're all trying to achieve the same goal. We're all trying to build some badass rides. We're all trying to fucking, get to that next level of like, okay, cool. Wow. For me, I wouldn't mind taking a Nissan Leaf, taking a hard body, having it married, just so I can go parking in one of those electric plug-in places. Yeah, and then get bitched at, and then some lady come out, don't park there. I got it. It's all right. Lay the truck out and be done. Do you guys feel as fabricators, and do you guys feel how far are we going to get to fabricating? Are we going to be the hot rodders of the future, or are we going to be doing electrical swaps, electric?
I think electric's going to. It's just wait to see what happens in 10 years when all these batteries have got nothing to do with it.
Electric's gonna fall on its face in 10 more years.
Okay,
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, hot rodders will always
All
be there, and
All right.
trucking will always be there.
Okay.
So.
I fuck you, Dan. Okay, I get that. I get that part on that, but the thing is, you have guys that are already. There's a lead sled with Tesla motor swap.
Yeah, but you can't drive it nowhere. You can go 100 miles.
And then there's a dude who got that 32 rat rod, but it's an electric motor. Do you feel that, like how you said, electric will be out, blah blah blah?
No, I don't think it's gonna outdo anyone, bro. To be honest, like it's cool. Like I've seen like a lot of the Volkswagen Bugs, the Baja Bugs, that are done with like 21 inches of travel. They're out there with like 33s, 35s, out there eating up whoops and Glamis. They're cool, but like you still have to charge them. It's like miscellaneous bullshit. But who doesn't like to just pour gas on their shit and just go rip through the dunes?
Yeah.
All day.
All day.
And then it's
cool because you like
and then your carburetor gets flooded out. You wait a few minutes, and
You don't have
Yeah,
800
there's
pounds
not a
of
few
batteries.
minutes. It's obviously like an hour and some change. If
Yeah,
you
but
wanna
by
get
that time-
powerful motors for 35.
But by that time, you call your homie and go, "Hey, dude, go fucking get
Yeah.
some wood started," and you gotta just wait. until
Everything has a
fucking-
purpose. Like even for motocross, like I ride a 450, and there's these dudes that got their electric ones that they can go rip around and like you can tear up tires and get down. But
electric.
like at the end of the day, like
You're
if you
still
want to
going.
sit there and charge it with your generator and
Yeah,
hang out with
you
your
just
buddies,
pour some
well, your
gas
friends
in the
just
motherfucker
pour
and
gas
be
and they're ripping, and
Yeah.
they're just like, "See you later, dog."
Man, I just rode one of
Give
those
me like
electric.
45 minutes. I gotta charge my
I
bike.
got it. It's on my
That's it.
USB.
That's really it.
My
So-
kid's friend has an electric dirt bike. I rode one. Jesus, have you
They
done
They're-
that?
rip,
they're-
they rip hard.
It's like an
very
$8,000 electric bike, but
It's the same as the 450.
when my fat ass is on it, it pulls the front end. I was like,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
Okay, but on that
Torquey
note, like
shit.
when, so you guys think that no matter what happens, electric will fade out, and we're still going to continue to be fucking dumping gas?
I'm not gonna say it's gonna fade out.
No, but like, do you think we're going to be building? You know, you got that dude who built that little Tesla car and put Dayton's on it. You know, did the patterns on it. The
You also got the Tesla guys that are putting LSs in them.
yeah, because it's a
Makes more sense.
Because you know
Right.
why? Because it's a GM fucking frame. You know what he did, right? Fucking that retarded dum bought the fucking stupid blueprints to the Hummers. It's a GM frame. That's why they're shoving LSs in them without having to fucking cut that much shit out of them. You see the one dude who.
And I guess you never have to have smog because it's
Yeah, that's a cool.
It's
car.
electric.
Hey, that's a cool bypass. That's,
That's
like,
a super bypass.
no
dude.
emissions, homeboy.
Yeah.
you can park in that electric
It's
plug-in shit. Be
electric.
like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
exactly.
like.
That's what I'm telling you, dude.
Camp all hell from Texas Speed.
Yeah.
All
right,
just speaker.
Hot potato.
Poland. Nick Poland said Kevin B had a badass Toyota since '94. It's the one you have.
92.
92. That's
It
the.
was a
correct.
it was a
Is that the,
1990 had
The
a
tan one?
the tan one had 11,000 miles on it. I bought it. It was 2 years old.
The prices from then to now
It
are
was
fucking retarded.
Well, I think back then I paid 15 grand for it.
New Chevy truck's $100,000.
Yeah.
New Toyota's like 50
That's
for a new,
crazy.
for a new
For my
Tacoma.
stupid ass Tacoma, I fucking paid $4,600 for
Oh.
a stupid Tacoma.
I thought you were going to say a new four door
Not
is
even a new one.
46,000.
17. I'm over here hurting and shit. Wish I would have bought a Chevy.
17.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but-
still fucking.
No matter
it hurts
what.
every
Like,
week.
yeah. So back to the electric. So no matter what, yeah, they're swapping motors. They're doing what you get the bypass. But on the fact of the matter is, do you think fabricating, metalwork, everything that we're doing now will continue on 5 years from now?
Oh, it
Or are
will.
we
Oh,
just
yeah.
going
Oh,
to adapt to what they're doing?
It's gonna. I think it's gonna shrink down because these kids don't want to learn. Is the problem? So the guys that have been doing it forever, they're gonna get fewer.
Because I used to
fewer.
rebuild CVs. I used to work at Phoenix Wreck and Axle. I used to
Yeah.
rebuild CVs.
My dad owned a CV
And that-
axle shop for 50
and
years.
that's-
Dude.
and that-
CV
to
axles
me-
and drive lines.
To me, that's what, like, rebuilding starters, rebuilding alternators, rebuilding anything is a lost art.
Yeah, they don't.
You
CV
don't
axles are
see
so
that.
cheap they don't rebuild them no more. My dad used to build them every day.
So when I worked there and I would see people, or like I would go somewhere to go drop off something, and I would be like, some guy would, hey man, I would see somebody walking out, and I go, hey, what kind of car? And they tell me, I'm like, why don't you just take your old one and go get it rebuilt? I go, it costs you half the price.
Not anymore.
I go-
30
I-
bucks for an
I-
axle.
I go, it would cost you half the price. Like when it's the same one and it'll fit, you know, because you can go buy one, but it's might not fit. And half the ones that are in AutoZone or around there come from Phoenix Rack and Axle.
Hey.
Like rebuild.
No
Yeah.
bullshit though. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
even
trying
the
to like
fucking
get it out there too much.
Even
We-
your shit.
What was it? Moser is what we got for my stepdad's axle.
Yeah.
We got them. The tolerance was really tight, and we had to beat them up a little bit. Just
Moser's
Yeah.
Howl.
Oh,
Moser,
ja-
Moser axles always howl.
Yeah, but I mean,
My dad will rear end chop for
Not
50
not
years.
Howland.
Axles,
He's talking
we
about like
ordered
the
brand
movement,
new
right?
dozers, like the
The movement, right?
the spline to fit the spline in,
And it didn't.
and you had to beat the
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Okay.
in.
So I'm gonna tell you the reason
I'm
why.
not talking shit, but
No, I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because pretty much what it was they had the fucking axle with the fucking spline, but the only difference was the teeth were different. That's why you had to hammer the fuck out of it.
Yep.
Same teeth, but a little bit too many or a little bit too less.
The tolerance so close, they make
Yeah,
they howl a little bit.
they were fucking tight, dude.
Yeah,
that's
you,
all
beat them in there.
yeah, you had to beat it, and then you're sitting there going, "Is this
But
right?"
it feels wrong though. Like when you get something brand new from such a company, and you're sitting there with two
it's like
pins,
that,
Like,
dude.
beating
Oh
that
yeah,
bitch in there.
and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like,
Come on, come
Was
on.
this
"This
the,
doesn't feel right."
The
You know
Hawk
what I mean?
2 where you guys spit on it?
So no, you know what we used to tell people? We used to give them a bunch of fucking axle lube and be like, here's here's
The
all
little
your
baggies.
axle lube. And like they're like, why all this? You're gonna have a hard time because those Raptors. I used to hate having to do those stupid Raptor axles because they would be like, oh yeah, they would be like, oh, I'm gonna get the long travel. No, pendejo, the long travel axles don't match the fucking factory spline. I'm like, you got to keep the fucking
And the
whatever you
steering
want.
rods always bend on those Raptors when you do the long travel.
So when they fucking, so every time they go to jump, they snap as soon as they fucking come down. They pop out. They don't break. They just pop out the fucking thing, and then you pop them back in. And even with the long travel, they still pop out because they don't sit in all the way. They only sit, and then you have that stupid C ring.
And those trucks are stupid expensive.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, you can literally pull the axle out of that and fucking drive it without it. Yeah, like drive without the front end.
It's wild.
Damn, and everybody's calling right now. Co-host is calling.
Co-host, where's he at? What's cracking?
He's fucking he's on a call.
Is he?
I'll talk to call him after.
Dang.
No, he's on call. He's at work.
Why are you calling?
He's work.
Tell him answer. Let's do a
You
speaker
trying to
conference, bro.
He's at work.
Let him get in on this
Dude, my
shit.
speaker don't even work. It's gonna be
What's
me
that?
fucking being like this. Cause the shit don't work. Yeah, I don't. Anyway.
How do you manage that?
See?
¿Qué pasó, compa? Let me in on there, you know?
Hello? Yeah.
Sounds like a cat.
Dude, it is.
No, we're not talking about butt butter yet. I know everyone's talking about butt butter. We're talking about actual stuff. God damn it. I know it's 9 o'clock and we're not going to talk about sexual things.
But somebody put this. Oh, is this phone at the
Yeah. Yeah. So, no.
Your Cash App or whatever.
I know everyone's fucking wanting to take clothes off and shit. No, we're not doing that.
Hey, look.
Until I make like $200, man.
Yeah,
shit ain't coming
fucking
out.
Brandon.
Brandon's
over there
down,
taking
bro.
his
Don't
clothes
fuck
off
with
already.
Brandon.
So, yeah, Brandon's already taking his clothes off.
He's already ruling the fucking question in his life.
My poor Chase butthole.
All right. Well, I'll see you when I get off.
Shit all the fucking time.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll let you.
It's so fucking raw right now.
Dude, everybody's like, oh, take off your clothes. No.
Show me your butthole.
See? There we go. Fucking let it- No, we're not. Shit. All right. Further, okay. On top of that note, how many? Okay, you guys been on as many truck runs that you guys been on. How crazy of shit have you guys seen? How crazy of shit that you guys
They
seen?
used to be fun back in the day. Truck runs
Oh,
were
it's way
bitching. It's not like it used to be because everybody got along.
Yeah.
No
The
drama.
crews, huh?
No drama.
Yeah,
All the Parker runs are so fun.
yeah, they were such bitching time. Everybody dragging their shit till 3 o'clock in the morning, well, all night long.
Yeah. I went to the last one they had before they remember they got canceled for a while.
Yeah.
Came back
Oh,
to
yeah,
the last
yeah.
one. Like, oh, cool, next year, and then next somebody gets pulled over.
Yeah,
gets
somebody
DUI,
died.
Done.
That's yeah, either that or
It's like-
somebody runs over somebody's car by accident.
I took my kid. He was young too. Bob's like, yeah, you can bring your kid because he was like 13, 14. In the morning, he's like, Dad, I saw so many titties.
Yeah, dude, I remember one time we were at a truck run.
He said there was a guy with a truck with a stripper pole
Yes.
full of girls.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, truck runs are bitching.
it was an old 50s truck, and the dude had a stripper pole in the back, and he would drive around.
Sounds like Country Thunder.
It was
Yeah,
bad. What was more funny is you would see some chick fall off all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Some chick would always bite it hard on the pole, and you're like, what?
Dude, we would
They take
cruise.
off before
We would
I
cruise in the
ran out.
back of a mini truck with fishing pole with a condom on the end, and the girls, you just throw it at them.
Oh shit!
And they're like, fuck you. And then the other chicks, you take a Twinkie and fucking
fling him with a Twinkie. That's how you get fat girls, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you get the fat
That's
girls.
what we were
That's the
doing.
old shop, dude. We used to fucking sit at his shop on Country
We
Club.
used to go
We
bum
fucking
fishing.
put fucking $1 with
fishing.
a washer on it and throw it out there, and tweakers be running around and we
Bum
fucking
fishing,
reel
bro.
them in, and they get pissed when they fucking seen that I was fucking controlling it. Dude, it was.
Rick Freeman.
Pretty bad.
When I used to,
It's
I worked,
idea.
I worked at
We
Street
had
Beat,
some good
Street Beat
times
for a little
there.
bit back in the day.
Oh,
And
I
Rick
I
used
got
to
a
get
video
so
from
mad at
that.
me because I'd fuck with the tweakers out back. Do you run an air hose to a 2-liter bottle and fill that fucker up till it looked like a balloon? They'd be out there sleeping and just hit that fucker with a piece of metal and it sounded like a grenade going. Ooh! Rick would come out, damn it, stop doing that. Tweakers fucking screaming, running.
Now they just take all your
I'll
shit.
use that.
You can use that. No, but truck runs, yeah, dude. You saw some tits. You saw some.
Oh,
bitches
man.
getting dirty. Yeah, you saw. You know.
Remember that hatch Civic that rolled, that black Civic, and there was purple amps all over in the street? He went around the corner going to town and three-wheeling and rolled that shit.
What?
It was in the show, all chrome, everything, standing in a three-wheel, and then everybody went to town after the show, and the fucker was upside down, amps everywhere.
Damn. Fuck. There's been some shit that I've seen at shows where it's like, I remember when Eric Baca had that big old fucking expedition, and I don't know what truck run we were at, and all of a sudden somebody goes, he fucking ran over somebody's car by accident.
Couldn't even fucking see him. It's like,
and it was somebody's truck run. It was a truck run when they were doing Christian's brother's Camaro, and they were doing the back window. Select Auto Glass was put
Dude,
in the back
those
window,
lifted
and now we're
trucks.
just like ran over somebody's car.
I had to fix the air ride on the Craig Elder's Excursion, the
Yeah.
Orange Excursion. My buddy
Oh,
bought
yeah.
it. We used to drive that fucker around Mesa. Dude, it was so high. We go to Kiwanis. Remember, I'd roll in Kiwanis, that big bitch. And if you lifted the front before the back, you couldn't see a fucking thing
Oh shit.
because it lifted like 3.5 feet, and it was already on 49s. So it was. I pulled up to my enclosed trailer, and you could set your arm on the roof of the enclosed trailer. It was
That was-
huge.
There was some shit that fucking I was just like, all right, you're driving like how the fuck are you like even getting around in that? You know, some of the stuff.
And that hydraulic steering did not work. You're
No.
constantly turning left to keep it go
So
straight.
like driving a Ford.
Dude, it was like,
driving a Ford.
oh shit, yeah.
Some always cars like that. But are you guys building anything crazier now? Are you other than you're moving? And
But
you're-
I'm building two cool.
so what's tight though is like since you're moving, we'll bring you back and we'll do a video chat when you're out there. You know, and we'll fucking.
I'll be at
do
my
that.
buddy Chris's shop
Hell
in
yeah.
Louisiana.
And then you going?
He's
to
got a
any
whole bunch of
shows?
cool shit.
You going to any shows around town or no? Or are you sending the minions out to?
No, probably separate.
Yeah.
So yeah, or you know, see, we're just trying to get some trucks, done
Out the door.
I might go to the 4th of July one. No, that's Art of Noise, isn't it?
in
Yeah.
February.
I was
Yeah,
thinking-
that one's the 4th of July one. Yeah, it's hard to
I
know.
might bring my Impala. That my Impala hasn't been out of the garage in 5 years.
Yeah.
still covered up.
No, I it's all apart now.
Sorry.
I just put new
Everybody
bushings in my
shits
my
apart.
control arms are in the truck. My chrome control arms. I just put new
Control
bushings
arms
in
in the truck
today.
and everything's fucking. Jeez.
Everybody's like, when was the last time you put bushings in it? Yeah, 35 years ago.
Yeah.
You gotta figure,
Sounds
it's had-
about right.
It doesn't even have 10,000 miles on it in 35 years.
That thing's
See,
fun.
that's
super
true.
nice.
Because yeah, it goes trailer. It's worth too much money. I just trailer it everywhere. And it's got a big block in it with a Muncie 4-speed with 411s. So if I'm on the
Yeah,
freeway,
you won't even fuck that.
if I'm on the freeway in 4th,
You'd be
$3
tripping
grand
that
is
all
like
the way.
60. And you can't run a big block like that. It'll just blow up.
Oh yeah, that's like running
It
on
runs the
fucking.
shit out of the RPM.
Yeah, you
Dude,
can't
that's
do
like
that to a
running
big
on
block.
a fucked up Ford ass truck.
So
with a fucked up
when I go to
Brian.
like pavilions, because I live out there, I'll
Yeah.
tow that fucker to pavilions. And then
Brian
I'll load
AV.
it, cruise in, put it back on trailer, and go.
Oh, Brian said he'll be back in the scene. Brian A. said he's gonna be
Yeah.
back in the scene soon. That's what his comment was earlier. Can't wait to see what he's building.
Yeah, we went. That's back when we started Extreme Lows.
Yeah.
Brian had a dually extra cab with 12 12s in the
And
extra cab.
then
It was
you're-
so fucking
And then
loud.
Down to Earth is.
And it was an
you're the only
Orion
member.
Extreme all over it. That's
And-
where it came from.
And Down to Earth, you're the only member that's out here.
I got a chapter down
And
there.
then
Out
you're
here.
gonna be gone.
Started another chapter.
Just
out there.
started. So
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
somebody should
I,
continue. the
I
chapter
let
out
a bunch
here.
of people in
Yeah.
when we first started it, and nobody wanted to follow rules. It's like you truck. There's rules for the club: street clean, adjustable suspension. This, and they're like, no, they were throwing logos on shit. I was like, it's not happening. I scraped everybody. So then, Chris, that it's his club, Chris Cutro, he's like, now you can have a chapter. Now it's yours because you follow the rules.
So do you guys have like a truck club and you guys are
No clubs.
no
Just the
just plain trick
Just-
or just plain trick?
Just that.
Never a club, never nothing.
I've been in a lot of clubs, but no.
Yeah, he was extreme lows back in the day.
Yeah, I was extreme.
What?
Simple, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Damn, dude, look at that small world.
Back when we brought it down here. And
Oh, so you guys brought it down
Yeah.
from what it was? Oh shit!
we brought it from Reno down here.
So
It started, it was me, Brian Avey, Rick Godsey.
Okay, so what made you leave?
I don't know. To be honest with you, who knows?
There's always club drama.
I think the club it was really big at one time. It got big really fast, and then it got really small.
Yeah.
I was
There-
there
there
for
was
a
a-
long time. There was like maybe 5 members.
There was
for
a
long
lot of
time.
clubs. There was a lot of clubs like that during the 2000s. I don't want to name a few that they had a lot of members out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden now they're
Remember Peanut Butter's Club?
oh god.
Yeah, what was that? He started Ground Zero,
Ground
didn't
Zero.
it?
I was
And then he was like,
I was in Ground Zero for a while.
he had that logo that says once there was many, and then there was one.
Yeah,
Roll around.
that's how everybody like. I've seen a few car clubs where it was like, damn, that's a lot of members, and then now it's like, oh okay, you don't see a lot of.
But Down to Earth's been around for a long
Oh, yeah,
time.
Down
too.
to Earth has been from the 90s, Like,
That's
well,
that was
before
my
that,
thing, like-
Yeah, I hit up all the members. Most of them are probably
I'm,
watching.
I'm gonna say that before that because I'm gonna say like my brother, my older brother was like 80s, 80s and 70s and stuff. So my older brother and my middle brother grew up throughout that time. So I
California?
was the youngest. No, in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So like I was remember going to Central, fucking cruising to Cano Park, with them and checking out like watching the minis and what people were building and that's like I said, I tripped out on fucking Porsche with it.
It was funny when I
Like
lived in Nevada. There was a big truck show in Reno, like a World of Wheels show, but it was all trucks. And Kane was there from Hack Shack, Mike Allen that worked with Kane,
Hack Shack, yeah.
and
that's
then
a big-
a couple other guys, and we hung out with them. Kane had the Astrovan with a huge rag in it that Rick Freeman made him the rag top.
Oh
slide
yeah,
rag.
yeah.
The Hack Shack van. So we were cruising around with them, and they're like, "Yeah, come to Phoenix." That's what got me to come to Phoenix.
And it's because of the Hack
Because
Shack.
Mike Allen and Kane, so we all came down here and started and
That
met
was
everybody.
That
Yeah,
was like
forever ago.
Yeah, that was like decades ago, dude. That was very like that was before my time, but I remember that is because like a lot of the older dudes that I hung out with when I was growing up.
That was like
grew
92,
up.
93.
Yeah, dude, I was like
'Cause
fucking
I-
very young.
I graduated high school.
I was watching my older brothers fucking, go to shows like that. I was like fucking 91, 92. That was like second grade for me.
We got pulled over in the Hack Shack van because we had 15 people in it, cruising Reno.
Oh,
Everybody standing out of the rag.
Oh my God, they're out of alcohol.
damn,
That's
dude.
scary.
It
And
is.
you guys only drank beat
They drink juice boxes.
juice boxes.
The adult juice.
Don't start beatboxing, fool. We don't need you to do that.
Juice box crew.
I'll sip my
You gotta do the
life.
juice box
I'll
crew.
sip my life. That's what you got. I mean, I'm down. Don't give me
We'll
started.
take the mic and everybody jump in the
hell,
car.
we'll
We'll
take
store
the
it.
wheel.
You do? Oh my god! Look, he came through with the.
Oh, he's got a
rescue.
juice box in there.
No, he's rescuing people right now.
Rescuing people.
My god, Moses is
No,
over
no.
here saving motherfuckers.
Saving the day before we finish the show, gentlemen.
right?
Save the day before we finish the show. I want to thank you guys. I know.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for coming out,
No,
Kevin.
you don't gotta thank us. I was proud to come out here.
Kevin, no, I want to thank you for coming out because I know you're a very busy dude. Clint, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you guys coming out. Before we end this show, before we finish up, wrapping up, any shows you guys are going to attend before you leave, other than the shows you're already attending, are you planning to do anything out of state?
I'll be all over that side of the country.
That's on the Midwest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know end of the year, I'm going to visit my friend Cody that just moved to Texas. So we're going to some show the 6th through the 8th.
Wes says, I remember that Civic that rolled. I moved the AZ. Brian, hit me up so we can bring you on to move the AZ in 95.
Was it 95?
That's what Brian said. He
Okay.
moved to
I
AZ
thought
in
it was
95.
94, 93, 94. It was 95 because
Yeah.
that's what I moved with. Brian moved the same time I did.
Okay.
We came down here. We used to room. We were roomies.
Yeah.
We used to cruise. We used to cruise the malls picking up bitches.
Yeah. And you know what? That's never changed. That's never changed. Did you guys ever do that?
Brian had his Accord wagon.
See, that's never changed.
You can
That
still
is
get the
true.
malls open.
Yeah, what's that mall
Yeah,
that they just
there's-
tore down?
Disney Sky Mall.
No, the
Fiesta.
one that
Metro.
Fiesta.
Yeah,
We used to-
yeah.
We used to cruise Fiesta constantly.
Oh,
They
so-
tore Fiesta now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
looks,
gone.
it looks so
It's
weird.
fucking done.
So weird. So
Yeah.
weird
In a
because
hole.
it looks way weird because I was at a comedy show at Endgame and you're standing like outside and it's just like you're like you see the entrance and it's like dirt.
Just like Club Rio.
Oh, that's fuck goddamn.
Dude, I saw Eminem perform at Club Rio.
Club Rio.
Rio.
Dude.
Yeah.
Maybe a drunk
Dude, my
or is
brother,
it Club Rio?
my brother used to take me there. My brother used to take me there when they had penny drinks back in the day when I was
We used to go to
running,
this
like,
strip
fuck
club
that,
with Penny Pictures, man. Oh my god.
That's a cute lunchbox there, buddy. Fucking
Oh,
goddamn.
here, where's it at? I don't even have it.
No, it's mine.
It's called the Beatbox, actually.
No. They're
No,
talking
my
about.
juice
That's
drinks
the
are actually
adult
called
juice
Beatbox.
box.
Talking about
God
that.
damn it.
Hey, that's adorable. I fuck with it. My ladies.
He's ready to go to the beach.
I know. Yeah.
Man, it was-
9 of us.
Hey,
Yeah,
meet us at Canyon
you guys will
Lake.
live in
Let's
Mexican
go.
status, bro. Like 9 people in a 2-bedroom apartment. On the what? On
Who's
the
that?
south
Is that
side, Brian.
Look, look.
Fucking
yeah.
Brian.
Hell yeah. Used to pull up some carpet.
Hey, come fuck with us, dog.
Like that. Pull out some carpet. That's get bitches. You guys pulled up a carpet.
He's seen me drunk, passed out on the carpet many a times.
Yeah. See, no, those you were a floor whisperer.
Yes.
You know, in the words of Ernie Macias as the grass whisperer, may he rest in peace. That dude built some badass shit. A lot of people like Alex.
Courtney was
Courtney, he was an innovator through no matter
We were
what he
in,
built.
you know,
And magazines.
Penn?
Penn did it. I'm trying to get him on.
Oh, I'll talk to
Yeah,
Penn.
I'm
Penn,
trying to.
Penn, we were cruising his Blazer, and
What?
Courtney almost fell out the back because Penn, we had ball valves in it at the time. It was just way back when
Yeah.
we were cruising Endless, and Courtney almost fell out. Penn banged the switch, and that thing threw a side so hard.
I remember when I was living with Big D, and living with Big D was like literally just like mini truck history. Like you had to learn. I had to learn everything. Brian Gendro doing the first airbags, like paving the
Gendro's a
way,
good dude.
paving the way to what how mini trucking is then to now. We're gonna see it evolve. Eventually.
When Gendro showed up with that white Isuzu at the run, body drop with a window sticker still in it, it was.
And that's the thing.
bad.
That's the thing. How the fuck were we convincing dealerships to go, hey man, how about you just give me your fucking nice S10 and we'll just go. I remember Kurt when they gave him the Colorado, and I'm like, how the fuck did just Chevy go, hey, we just want to give you a truck and fucking do whatever and blah, like.
You're good at what you do. That's what they do, man.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, back in the day, they used to
But
give
it's
shit.
Yeah, but back in the day,
When
it
I
was
was working,
cheaper.
when I was
It
working for
way
McGuire's,
cheaper.
dude, I was talking to the head guys at Dodge, and I
Far
almost
side.
got a Hemi.
Farside Customs show at Club.
Oh yeah, man. I was in Farside.
That's an old.
I was in Farside for a while. The Farside thing we used to say back in the day was, everybody's like, "Why'd you leave Farside?" I said, "You didn't want to share your wife
Oh,
because everybody was
Dude,
fucking everybody's.
That's severed ties.
Everybody
that
was
is
fucking
severed
everybody's girls."
Dude, that is. I'm gonna get so much shit. I'm gonna get so much shit. That's severed ties, bro.
Look.
That's severed ties. Like
No, dude,
severed
that was-
ties,
that was-
everybody was.
That was the Farside thing. Everybody was fucking everybody's
Yeah.
chicks.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys know this shit.
Tries.
Oh yeah.
No, I was pointing at the camera.
No, they're different with the lowrider guys. Lowrider guys, that's a whole.
Oh
different-
yeah, no.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
you
a
know
whole
what?
different scene.
I like
Yeah, but the thing is, mini truck clubs, like when he talks about with the sharing thing,
They were truck whores.
there was
Truck
like
sluts.
the negative campers. One of their bylaws is you don't fish off the family pier. What that means is you literally don't go after your homie's old lady when they break up. Or
That was the
your homie's
normal
whatever.
thing in Farside.
Yeah,
Everyone-
so there was other truck clubs. Severed Ties had some crazy shit. There was other clubs that had freaks were. Yeah, they're
Oh,
still
yeah,
a club
they're
now.
fucking
Well, they're
still
considered
big.
a gang.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if you look at back then
Was
they were
it
considered
Ryan?
a gang. Yeah, that's like
I like
Severed
I
Ties.
myself. I like going to lowrider shows because the lowrider community, they have way more respect for fucking cars than fucking most mini truckers anymore.
But it-
All these new mini truckers are dickheads. You go to a show and they fucking all they gotta do is talk shit. And it's like, come on,
But
we're
the
here
thing-
to,
but
we're all
like
here
I
for the
told
same
you,
shit
I
and look at
know.
everybody's truck.
It's the same shit way, like I told you. The way people are building shit in the new generation, the old generation, no one wants to do it anymore. Fucking Brian Navy. Nobody wants to do it anymore. You're already having a hard time finding anybody worth the shit to fucking do any kind of work. You can't even find anybody to fucking pick a sanding block to go, hey, you do this for 20 minutes and you be okay, and you run your hand by it.
I hired this kid for $15 an hour, and I emptied one of my metal cabinets because I just was throwing shit in there. And I said, take everything on the floor and separate it. And he goes, I don't understand. I said, angle iron, round, square. And he's like, oh, okay.
I never
So,
learned fucking
dude, like an
shapes.
hour and a half later, he's like this. And I'm like, did you get anything done? Well, I was just answering some texts. I was like, you can go home, dude.
You're a kid. His kids
At
fucking
least
making
you
them.
got a fan, Kevin.
There we go. Look at that. Everybody
Maybe
said-
he was trying to look up the shapes though. He didn't.
Right.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
the thing is nowadays,
He played on his phone for
dude,
over an hour.
Yeah.
So nowadays, you're gonna fight with everybody and their mother who fucking can't do shit. You're gonna fight with dudes who know enough where you're gonna sit there. Cool. Can you work by yourself?
Yeah.
Can I tell you, hey, go do this and go do that? No, it's not. Fucking, it's hard. That's why I do it as a hobby.
Go put these spindles on that truck.
When people get on their phones and they can't get off, it's like how the fuck?
I turn music on in my shop, throw my phone in the corner, and do my thing with music in the background at a low volume so I can still hear shit.
Well, you got shops that fabricate and they put parts on. We build everything. We don't buy a lot of other people's parts. We actually build our control arms. We do our own axles. We do our own spindles.
So
We do
you guys are
everything.
all in
I'll
the
build you
one-stop
anything.
shop.
I build you anything you want. Tell me you want custom spindles, you want long travel. Like in that Tacoma we're doing right now, that thing is 12 inch to travel in the front and 14 in the rear for Tacoma. That thing's literally mid-travel for a mini truck laid out on 20s.
Damn, dude, on juice?
On juice.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dude,
Oh,
it's
dude,
nuts.
wait a minute, but that's not a hopper.
That's
Right.
not a hopper.
No,
okay,
that's
but
not
okay,
a
but
hopper,
what,
dude.
okay, so full stance, you're looking at how tall of a height and what are you can he sit 3-wheel?
We haven't done it with the truck completely together yet, but because everything in that truck is so tight, I don't. If you look at the pictures, just
Oh, I
And
see
the
the
wheels
picture.
are like this far apart.
I know, yeah, I saw that. That's what I'm like. It's like this.
So our tolerances are
Yeah.
so tight.
everything's
They're
tight.
like
We
this.
haven't even been able to
Well,
like
so you gotta
check
remember,
everything. So you still got to swing all the suspension and sit there and measure and like hope we ain't going to hit like the inner tubs or
Yeah,
none of
'cause
that
We're
stuff.
still trying to finish.
Like,
the
there's a
fucking
lot
bed.
of like aspects to
Yeah,
it that are just.
those-
Have you done the exhaust yet?
Are you guys?
Oh,
We're-
yeah.
we're- I think
I think
right now.
John took
Have you seen that?
everything.
Well, I only seen the bed from where you
We
have it to
ovaled
where it's
all our own
fucking.
exhausts.
Oh,
So
you
I
ovaled?
ovaled all my sections for it
cool.
and welded it up.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so where you're at now is okay. What I'm figuring out is like once it's together, can that bitch sit 3-wheel without the
Dude,
fucking weight of the bed having
It's
to be
hard
up?
to say, dude. Like
You know,
we
it's
don't
hard. I
even
mean,
we don't even know where the quarter panels are actually going to swing when he throws
Probably-
it.
yeah.
With that
Because
fucking-
he's-
with their
so
little-
he's-
I figured
So-
you guys would sit there.
So
and-
like I said, every
Well,
time you
yeah.
have a
We
different
play with
customer,
it, but it's not really set up because it doesn't have Heims there. It's all bushings.
oh, it's
So it
all-
only
oh,
has
it's all
about
bushings?
3 inches
Wait a
equal.
minute, so it's all
You
bushings.
gotta remember how wide the wheels are. You got
Yeah,
wheels and tires.
they're like this
Okay,
far
but-
apart.
You're 15 inches.
Dude,
Yeah, but-
they're
It's got
apart,
it's
but the
got 11 and a half
problem
inch
is-
lip on the wheel.
Okay, but
So
with,
it's-
as much as you have on the
He
lip and
doesn't-
the wheel,
It's pretty much pro street styles.
yeah. That's what
Kind
I'm
of,
saying.
but
But the
like-
thing
Because
is,
the wheels are so
But
big.
as far as being a mini truck, there's like you know how normally you
But-
lay out a truck
yeah.
and you shave it off,
Yeah.
and it's flat to the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
He wants to actually mimic the factory look of your body panel, channel it out, raise it, re-weld it back in. He wants it to look natural.
no.
So yeah,
What
but this is the customer's request, right? So he wants it to look more natural, so he
You know
can't
how
just
much of a
slam it
se-
and chop it, right?
So
So,
he
when
wants
he
you to
lays
se-
out, you still got to
putting-
see natural body lines.
Yeah, we want
So wait, I know.
So
but
we have to like dissect his whole
the
fucking
rockers,
bed.
the rockers have been
We
shot.
have to TIG weld it in. This guy's going to be the one who
and
TIG welds it
so
all
pretty
in.
much no matter what, you're
And he
sectioning
wants
the
to look
shit
like
out
it's
of
a
it.
Yeah,
natural
that truck
fender.
right now,
but it sits on the fucking
Instead of
ground.
being
But
cut off like everybody does.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna
you-
roll the
I
fender
would
back
love
under.
to just chop it.
yeah, we don't.
So when you lay out, you see that plane
But-
of a flat line.
Yeah, but for
looks
you,
good.
it's,
It
but
looks,
for
it
you,
looks
it's
like
section.
when you're behind it, it looks like it's hovering.
Yeah,
Yeah, we-
I like that look.
yeah.
But
Yeah, 'cause
he
we-
wants a different look, so it's kind of becoming a stubborn thing we
okay.
have to deal with
So how much
because
are you
of
sectioning
his
out of it?
ideal.
How much
You
are you
know, and
sectioning
that's
out
the
of
part
that?
of
The quarter
Second
pounds are
half.
sectioned an inch and a quarter.
Inch and a quarter.
So we
out
got
of
to
the
take an inch
quarter.
apart of the fenders and
To be up.
But he
So
thinks
everything's
it's like
gonna
a 2-day venture. You know?
No, that
He
is,
was like,
that
hey,
is not a
Tom,
two-day
Tom,
venture, my nuts.
hey,
Per corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hey,
It's a lot of work.
couldn't make it work, but
That's going
realistically,
to-
2 days on this
you know what
fender,
it
2
takes.
days
He
on
knows what
this
it takes.
door, 2 days
And
on.
that's-
all right
that's
here
not
at this
going like
table
this.
know what it takes.
Look at me and my fender.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard, dude. And that's
Yeah.
the thing that gets frustrating with customers because some customers don't really realize, like, dude, it's a motherfucker to make shit look good and make it look like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just like, oh no, just grab your welder and turn it on. Like, no, it's fucking hard, dude.
there's
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, it's hard as fuck.
Take it together.
But that's the thing I'm trying to get through to more people. Like, I wish more people would express.
And the time.
It's hard.
A lot of people don't understand the
Yeah, it's
time.
hard as
Like
shit.
this dually that I'm building, I took it down to nothing. It was a driving truck, and I took it to nothing,
And now,
and then started over. Brake lines, everything. All the brakes are new.
But
all
Ed,
the
but I'm
everything.
telling
is
you,
Every
brand new.
fucking
because of
So
the
when it's
TV
done,
show.
it's a brand new truck.
Exactly.
Like-
Like it was re-engineered just for that person.
Right.
Yeah, but
But they
Like
don't
the-
get that.
Like this truck,
That's the
only
part
thing-
that's really hard.
And don't ever run those fucking
The crazy thing about this truck
JC
is
fucking
a lot of
bolt-on wheels. Junk.
a lot of this truck is the only thing original on this truck from when it came in from being an 03 Tacoma is the factory rack and the spindles. Everything on this truck is completely new. Different axle, the full frame's full plated. It's not mandrel bent. It's all literally plate chassis. Right now, between the bed and the cab, we're
that
probably
table is a shit, ain't it?
we're in this thing probably $800.
I know, but that having
kind of table you got?
having a table just to sit there and.
Yeah, well, it's CNC flat. It's a plasma
Yeah.
table.
But tell me,
Kind
that,
of.
like to have one, that's like,
I don't know.
Is it an older one?
It's,
Or
all, it's like 10 years old.
yeah,
like
but
a
dude,
like the Lincoln?
You
What's the
gotta
Lincoln
take-
one?
you
No, it's
gotta-
not Lincoln. It's
you got a table, like you can sit there and like right now, you can sit there and make your
You
own.
can, but you still have the fixture,
your own
everything.
fucking-
Everything
your
has to
own
be
bands.
fixtured. Like
You still have to
every
draw.
bend still has to come to 90 degrees.
Yeah, but the
You have
thing
to
is, you're
fix
able
it,
to
like
make
it's
your own
not just like
parts
it's
with.
easier. Like
And then
you
somebody's
still
got to go like
have-
this.
Why?
He does
Someone has to
that.
watch
Yeah,
it,
I have to draw.
Somebody's gotta
everything.
do
dude.
something.
Something to square it all up, dude. Like it's
So,
a pain in
so,
the
so
ass,
you
dude.
do the drawing of the part of it. You
I do
draw
about
it.
90% of the drawing. He's learning. He's learned a little bit. It's just it's an older system, so it's a little harder to use.
Aren't the newer systems like you
The
draw?
new ones, like you can pick corners right away. You can pick
Dude,
angles. We have to actually
Newer systems with
go
newer
and actually measure the
tables.
curves and do everything. And
Everything
you have to
can
set
be
our
cut
Because
angles.
when I
out, done.
go out, I haven't messed with a plasma table. I usually
We-
my hand on everything, draw it out.
Valerie Baloney. I'm gonna say that because she does. Baloney is saying that your kid's gonna be the next mini.
Hey, I hope so. I hope so.
There we go.
I hope so.
So, guys, it boggles my mind to like where we're sitting at and how far where we're at and like the travel, the fucking shit. When it gets to that point, dude, and you're sitting there going, okay, well, we're sectioning 3/4 of a fucking panel. We're trying to get this dude to look like it's fucking stock. Ain't shit fucking stock
And this thing-
anymore.
Yeah, this thing
Like-
still has a stock floor. in it.
I know, but the thing is like,
You move the floor up that much,
Why?
or
You
or
move
because
the
your
floor.
frame is that.
This
that
thing has
So you're
been
moving the
aggressively
mounts.
changed.
The mounts,
This
it's
Tacoma
all new
was
body
wild.
mounts. The floor's been cut. It's
How much you move the
Is it
floor?
all like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't move the floor at all.
No, you didn't move the floor at
The
all.
floor's
No?
still stock floor.
So you can actually get in the fucking.
You
thing.
can
and
get
no matter what.
Because remember the old school body
No,
drops?
no, wait, because
They- the
I've
rocker,
had some trucks
the
where it's like,
rocker has
No,
been
you
cut
can,
to
you
shit.
can fit in that truck like a
And
truck.
we've actually
It's
thinned the
bone
whole
stock, 100%
rocker
stock.
all the way
I've
up.
gotten some shit
But it
where it's
still
like,
fits.
No,
But the
that-
only reason that it
No,
fits
dude, I'm
is
gonna build
because
truck.
we're
I'm
running
gonna
a
give you a
2x2 chassis.
I'm gonna do what I need to do.
So you have the room because we're going 2x2 by quarter,
yeah, we have
double
four
walled on
frames,
each side
four rails
with
two
cross
so,
chambers.
shit.
I
So
traded
the deflection on it's very minimal.
Mike's cell
Oh
phone
shit! So you're
60 wagon for
So
a
that chassis is actually
body drop
four
Mazda
rails.
extra cab that was juiced. It had a 5.5-inch body drop.
okay, but
Dude, that fucking thing, you had to put your feet in sideways to get them under the dash.
Okay, so on that is if you're building the stock fucking floor, all right, a
Correct.
fucking stock floor to be able to fit a regular fucking person in,
Yeah.
who can sit there and fit in there. Because I've sat in some shit.
my
where-
big ass fits in.
Okay, if your big ass fits in there, then okay, cool. Because
Yeah, I sat in
sat in
that Mazda, dude, you could see my leg at the
See,
windowsill.
so
Back
I've had
in
a homie where I
back in the-
sat like
well, back in
that.
the day, back in the I had like 92-ish, I built my first Toyota. It was a 90 Toyota, and I sectioned the front clip out, did upper lower control arms on it. It was body drop 5.5 inches. It was to door. It was the first door Toyota. We were at the runs running around with it. It was on 17-inch clips wheels.
Oh shit!
So there's
So-
a chrome 5-spoke
So
wheel.
you're already fucking door and then
I was dooring it back in the 90s.
damn, dude. Okay, so you guys were already ahead of the time, like I
Oh,
told
dude,
Just like I told my brother, my older brother, that, you know, like you guys were so far ahead of its time, you know,
Right.
compared to like, I don't know, I'm an 84 kid. I don't know,
86.
86.
82.
So when we were,
72.
okay,
Yeah.
damn. So when we were
74.
coming up, when
You
we
were coming
were
up when it was hot though.
yeah, when we were coming up, dude, we were watching you guys knock out some shit.
I drove a 59
You know,
Chevy in
for
high
you
school.
guys, it was like to see a Dodge Tacoma, and then to open up a magazine and go, oh shit, they're fucking.
I did a Camaro
You know,
frame
you could
swap
sit
in
it.
1990.
See, so to do stuff like that now, people go, all right, cool, it's nothing.
yeah,
but for us back then, that was like,
Yeah,
Oh, shit,
Camaro,
so we
Camaro
could do
subframe
that,
on a
yeah.
Chevy truck.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted Chevy trucks back then when I was a kid. My 59, I bought it for, I picked it up for nothing.
see, so that's the thing though, because everyone's bought their shit, and you guys.
It
you
was
guys
in
come
trucking
from-
in 93.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember the crew cab I did. There's the white one with the gray flames on it. That
Oh,
truck was
shit.
on 30s. We did that truck in, I don't remember, 2012.
Yeah,
How much were them fucking
that thing
wheels?
was thick as fuck.
Because
it
back
was-
then with
it was, on, it was on
Exactly.
eights. It was on eights. Then when they came up with small tire, they went to 30.
Yeah.
How much were those fucking wheels?
It was funny
how much did
because-
you cut out.
Those
It was
wheels
cut
had to
to
be
the-
stupid
cut to the
expensive
everything,
because
right?
they were new.
Well, the crazy thing is, he ordered the guy James that owned the truck from Tucson. It was local finesse. He had some guy come out from California and pulled up on a Honda, and there was the 28-inch rims and tires were stacked in this dude's car. One in the trunk, one in the passenger seat, two in the back. He came from California, and he's like, "It was like $6,000 cash. Here you go, boom." Pulled the wheels in. It was
Damn.
freaking nuts. Dude. 28s. They were the 295, 23s,
Jesus.
28s.
Damn.
Man, if you ever go to California, you need to go by Intro's shop
So
and
check it out.
have Jose take you for a tour.
Okay.
They make, it's funny, they make everybody's wheels.
So that's
All
the
those
thing.
badass builds that are out there, they're made by them.
Yeah, because Body Drop was telling me that you have to have the right fucking back spacing.
Yeah, that's the biggest
For
thing.
everything,
Everybody,
you
know.
everybody talks shit, but if you order the wrong backspace,
Well, you
you
gotta
don't
measure
give a, if you order it, that's why they have to have it in writing. You have to fax in the
the
backspace.
backspace.
And if they make them, if it's wrong, it's on fucking you.
Okay,
because
so-
he went off your math.
Okay, so you can't sit there, hit up intro, and be like, I got a fucking 88 Mazda B2200. Blah
He'll
blah
know
blah.
that kind of shit. Yeah,
Okay,
you
Yeah.
hit him up and be like, hey, because when we
but when it comes
when I
to
built
one-off
James
stuff, you have to
Frontier that
measure.
was on the cover mini trucking,
Yeah.
it had
West.
18 by 7s.
Some of us are old. I know.
Hey, don't remind me.
And they were 5.62s, which 5.62 on a telephone is KMC.
Yep.
So those were 18 by 7s.
Damn.
For all drive
A
offset.
lot of wheels have
Six
changed
lug.
throughout the time.
Oh man, it's crazy. Like the stuff we're doing, like on these trucks, 8-inch lips, 10-inch lips.
And back in the
The Toyota-
day,
the
when you
Toyota
wanted
now
to get a
is on 11
6-lug wheel,
11-inch
you
lip.
couldn't
The
find a
Toyota's on 11
6-lug
inch
wheel
with
anywhere
the
because a
rear.
Mazda, Nissan,
And we're
nobody
doing
makes
another
6-lug.
one right
Now
now.
every
It's
truck's a
not
fucking
12.
6-lug, so 6-lugs are easy to find.
Not now. No, not now. You can't find a fucking shit with the fucking 6-lug weight.
Bill it.
Everybody, all I get is this. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I went to a tire shop and I go, hey man, I need a set of 6-lug wheels for a Chevy. And then I was in my little tan truck, my little Mazda, and they were like, that's not a Chevy. And I go, yeah, those are Toyota wheels. I need a 6-lug Chevy pattern for a 99 to 2002 Tahoe. I need a set of wheels. Oh, but it won't fit that. I go,
Yeah, just
I need, and I'm just like, damn.
Just a
fool.
center
Like
board,
it's just
Bob.
like
They're
after a while, I'm just like,
slow.
all I need is a fucking Chevy pattern, and it'll go right the fuck on.
Just like if you buy most of the shops now, if you get like 22-inch Alcoas and want to put rubber bands, good luck finding somebody to put
Oh,
them
yeah.
fucking tires on
It's
there.
like, oh,
Because
it's
discount
like
all them, they're like, fuck you.
it's like the
I ain't
dudes,
li-
it's like the
reliable.
dudes that are stretching tires right now. You got dudes that are stretching fucking 15 by somethings on fucking what, like a tire that's like a fucking
15 by 12 with a
14,
195/50 on
yeah, and
it.
it's like black, and the rim sticks out this far. Like, no, dude, like it's retarded to where we're getting with the tire size shit, but I don't know how far we're gonna get with the tires and the rubber bands and all the
Yeah,
fucking
'cause-
nonsense, and you know
It just
the tires that I can't believe what the customers are fucking asking
it's
you
kind
guys
of
now.
what's trending.
Right.
Gonna stay
Fuck
around.
what's
to be
trending
honest.
away.
But what's trending is what's actually going to stay around because I noticed these shops they get petty as fuck with stretching tires. But back in the day, they wouldn't even question you.
Oh no,
Yeah, they didn't give a
because you
shit.
don't
They
pay
would
the
I'll put that
money.
shit on there.
Hey, but now
We'll
spray a little ether in there.
It got corporate, and they're like,
Derek said
let's
that's why
change
he's
it
got
up.
Pathfinder.
Let's change it.
Hell
up.
yeah, Pathfinders is dope.
But it's obnoxious when they do that shit.
It's always a wild thing. So.
That's the first going to life from
It's always a wild thing. So you know what I mean.
I had one of those fucking shops take the tires off a set of intros and they bent all my wheels. They're like, we didn't do it. Oh shit. They weren't bent when I brought them in.
So that's a problem when you do that. So you know what I mean. So all right, guys, I want to thank. It's Twist Up. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for being on the show. Brandon will be back in a minute. Since you know you're moving, you guys are going to do a few shows. You got a lot of trucks fucking having to toss out. Is what are you guys' social medias where they can find you at?
They can do a Just Plain Trick on TikTok or Just Plain Trick on Instagram, or just email me Just Plain Trick.
And OnlyFans? Do you have an OnlyFans?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what about you?
Nah, yeah, just Juicy Burb, dude. Just Juicy Burb on Instagram.
Yeah, and on OnlyFans too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew it.
I wish.
I like the look on your old lady's face.
Nah,
Mhm.
that's it, man. That's
I know.
it.
I heard you sell your sweaty socks.
You know, hey, if I could, I would. You know what I'm saying?
I bet.
Don't get it
Trust me,
twisted.
there's somebody out there who wants that
Hey, if
shit.
someone wants them, I'll
That's
sell them
what-
right now.
What about you, Clay? Where can they find you on social media?
Big C's Garage,
Big C's Garage. All right, awesome.
Instagram and
Instagram
and-
yeah.
Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And you're moving to Ohio
No,
and no
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh, Oklahoma.
my buddy's
Right.
shop I'll be at is CSC Customs in Baton Rouge,
Okay,
Louisiana.
cool. Damn. And
It's
you
a
guys-
nice shop, dude.
Yeah.
He's very well known. Big
So
shop.
there we go. So
They
you
do
guys,
30 trucks a day,
how
I
many
couldn't
you
believe
guys
it.
are doing?
but they do lift kits and
Well,
fucking
we
wheels
don't
tires.
do all the. We don't have a lot of slams. A lot of stuff is long term stuff. It's all like 30 days, 60. Some of
They do window tint, everything. But
yeah, we don't have a lot of quick in and out stuff. It's all everything's custom.
Nice.
So
That's where it should
we
be.
don't have a lot of pre-made parts, so we have to make them. So people
That's-
understand
that-
they can't drop a truck off at some shop and get a
Fuck no.
bag kit put in 2
Nope,
weeks. It's
that-
gonna take us a month, 2 months, or
Because you
whatever.
got to make
and
all the
especially if
shit.
they're like, oh, I want it to lay. Well, ain't nobody makes a
Well,
bad
yeah.
kit makes it lay. Sorry.
Everyone assumes their
Well, the
shit
thing
is
is, good
delayed,
shit. though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
but they
man.
want their wheels to be big.
Yeah.
Well, the
That's
thing is,
the problem.
everybody wants wide wheels, so everything comes in. It's got to be cut. It's
Yeah.
got to be 4-link. It's got to be coilover now.
That's how it always goes.
So it's
Frame's got to be narrowed, put that big fat ass
But
wheels
no
on the
matter-
back.
Can
no
you get that in
matter
a week?
what.
And I'm like, dude, it's gonna take 2 weeks to get the axles here. I have your axle in 2
And
weeks.
people don't fucking believe that.
You know,
All they see is
You have a
fucking
2-piece driveline in your bourbon?
Do a one piece.
Yeah, 'cause
I did a 2-piece in mine.
Why?
Huh? My dad owned a driveline shop.
I'm
I had like driveline this
That's what I
big
never
with a center
really had.
sport and made another one. So
Yeah,
that fucker
just
was
got-
just woo,
My
woo, woo.
burb is one piece.
I walked away.
But you got console for days then.
Brandon,
Oh yeah.
What up?
Hey, but the
where
whole
can they
reason
find
is
you at?
I'm
Where can they
actually
find
gonna
you on
do
social
my
media?
power
Instagram,
steering,
under
electric
30
over
fat.
power steering.
Hold on.
DURTY.
Oh, nice.
Where they can find you?
It's
Hold on.
all. Sorry. What's
Oh,
up?
where can they find you?
Sorry.
Shut up.
We're trying to find out where they can find you at. Where they can
You gotta
find
do
you.
the foot
We're
cab.
trying to finish up. We went past our time.
Under
Shit.
Instagram, DURTY_FAB. Fat.
Do you have an OnlyFans where they can see your wiener?
I mean, if I can make some more money, I will do that.
All right, guys. We're gonna try to get somebody to pitch in so we can see his wiener on OnlyFans. So remember, if you guys want to pitch in, no. All right, guys. I want to thank you guys out for coming out. Tune in next Thursday. We got a couple other some negative camera guys coming in. Yes,
Who's coming?
negative camera guys.
Don't be negative.
Who's coming?
Garrett Hoskins, and I'm trying to get Eric Capps, who's out in the Midwest, who does some media stuff. But we're trying to figure everything out with video chat. So yeah.
Cool.
So want to thank you guys again. You guys tune in every Thursday. Lay Frame Podcast on behalf of Holy Moses, Clint, Kevin, John, fucking Brandon. Thank you guys for coming into the house. Tune
Thank
in
you.
next fucking Thursday
Thank you,
when
man.
we got more people coming
Yes,
in.
sir.
Oh, yeah.
And Mini Trucks is where it's at. Thank you, everybody. We're out.